are live from Angel Stadium, where tonight the first place Angels send Paul Byrd to the mound, hoping he can fly like an eagle against the Rays. Angels baseball is next. Tonight at the Big A, the Angels and Paul Byrd hope to take flight in Game 1 of this series against the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Paul Byrd preparing for tonight's start in search of his 10th win of the year. Hi everybody, Steve Physiak, Rex Hudler with you. In the offseason, the Angels searched for one new member to their starting rotation, and that man was a fifth starter. Paul Byrd, acquired from the Atlanta Braves, and Paul Byrd has pitched way better than a number 5 starter.
Oh, absolutely. You can't put him in that number 5 spot at all. Paul Byrd has been very nice. One more win and he's in double digits already this year. Paul Byrd has been outstanding. Look at that control. That's been beautiful. And with his ERA a little bit over 3 or over 4, that's not what he wants. But let me tell you something, though. The walks per 9 innings has been outstanding. Just 19 walks all year long. Paul Byrd keeps his team in the game. He adds leadership. He keeps the ball down. But he's going to have to face a team that's hitting 277, second in the American League in hits, and they have a lot of speed. So have to alter his game just a little bit when they get on the bases.
Well, Byrd has to be at his best because not only are they hitting 277 for the year, but they have the highest batting average since the All-Star break at 310.
That's right. It's a red-hot team. Don't look at the standings just because they're in last place. But their pitching's last and their fielding's last. They haven't been able to do it in those 2 categories. But offensively, if they can score some runs and get a good start, they're going to be tough tonight and through the rest of the series.
Well, it's Friday night, and that means it's a big bang Friday night for the Angels, and the Angels hope to have a big bang from their offense tonight. Angels, Devil Rays, next on FSN West.
Wiener Schnitzel just got cooler with Tasty Freeze soft serve treats. So come in now for a baseball helmet sundae and a big all-beef stadium dog. Only at Wiener Schnitzel.
K-Swiss. I wear my K-Swiss classics. They always look right. K-Swiss. K-Swiss.
My K-Swiss.
Dress them up.
Dress them down.
We wear them down under.
Classics fit my style. I wear my K-Swiss. K-Swiss.
I wear my K-Swiss. Clean and white.
I wear my K-Swiss. K-Swiss.
I'll take the red one, please.
Dad! Dad!
Treat yourself to the best values of the year at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event at your Southern California Lexus dealer.
Try to be bold. Try to be stylish. Try to be daring. To be unique. To be different. Try the all-new B9 Tribeca. Available now.
Kenny, Mo, and Jack have rolled back prices and guarantee the lowest price on any tire for most every car, truck, or van on the road. Get race-proven 65,000-mile Kumho KH18 performance tires starting at just $39.99. 40,000-mile Futura Scrambler tires for trucks, vans, and SUVs start as low as $49.99. And choose from our line of custom Pro-Line wheels. 14 to 17 inches, any style, 4 for just $199.
The Pep Boys are back, the Pep Boys are back around.
Pep Boys, parts, service, and so much more.
GMC is proud to present the SAP telecast of Angels Baseball.
FSN West presents Angels Baseball, brought to you by Carl's Jr. The name of the game is Big Juicy Charbroiled Burgers. Score one today at Carl's Jr. By Ford's family pricing going on right now. Don't miss it. And by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. It's in the MLB. Is it in you? Fans being welcomed into the Big A. A great crowd tonight. A sellout crowd here for the Devil Rays and the Angels. The Angels at 62-46 with a one-game lead on the Oakland A's in the American League West. Here's a look at the Corona starting lineups for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. They have speed at the top. Gathright and Crawford might be the two fastest players in Major League Baseball. Cantu hits third. Then Aubrey Huff will clean things up. His last 18, he has been on fire. .358 with 6 home runs. Lugo will bat fifth. Then Gomes, Lee, Hall, and Nick Green. The Carl's Jr. starting pitcher for the Angels is Paul Byrd.
The Birdman soaring high, especially when you have a number like that. Walks to strikeouts, 19 walks, 72. He pitches to contact. This guy, he's got 4 nice pitches: sinker, curveball, slider, changeup. He likes to pitch to contact. Like I said, that means use his defense. Not afraid to challenge hitters. And Paul Byrd is a guy who might have to change how he holds runners just a little bit. Not alter his pitching delivery at all, but maybe give him a couple different looks because they have a good speed team if they can get on.
And the two speed guys right at the top, and Joey Gathright and Carl Crawford, and then Lugo can really run, hitting fifth. Gathright takes a strike right down the middle. He is batting .282. Made his big league debut last year, but was starting the season this year at AAA and hit .305. Stole 31 bags. He lines it to center field and problems right away. Figgins chases it down. Gathright racing to second. There's the speed we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even hit that ball square on the barrel, but just enough in between Vladimir and Figgy for him to scamper. As this guy can fly. They've got world-class speed at the top of their lineup with him and Crawford. Okay, kind of jammed him a little bit, but anytime you got that kind of speed and you make your defense move like that, you're going to go all the way. It was no contest.
They say he might be the fastest player in the game, and the guy who hits right behind him might be the second fastest, and Carl Crawford, who led the American League in stolen bases last year. Crawford is celebrating his 24th birthday today, and he, like the rest of the Devil Rays, have been just hitting great. One of the reasons for the second half success for Tampa Bay is moving Crawford to the 2 spot. He's hitting .364 at the number 2 spot to raise his average to .295. Time had been called. So no pitch, and it is a 1-0 count to Crawford. There's Lou Piniella. He's been the skipper and has been challenged this year because Tampa Bay is dead last in the American League East at 42-67, 21 games behind Boston. Well, I'm not sure if something happened with Paul Byrd. Something about the pitcher's mound that Byrd does not like. Randy Marsh, who's the crew chief, was called over by Paul.
Well, not exactly sure what they're talking about except the rubber. I mean, pointing to first base. Smoothing it over. Mike Scioscia want to make sure to come out and see what they're talking about. Oh, well, we'll have to find out what that was all about. Can't see the rubber very well. Maybe it's buried too deep. I don't know.
Well, Paul Byrd is going to go on and pitch. He has a 1-0 count with Carl Crawford.
Crawford going to try to pull the ball over.
pull it to that right side, move Gathright into scoring position. These guys have been hot, averaging in the last 7 games over 7 runs a game. So they're on fire when they get these two guys going.
They're right there with the Bostons and the New York Yankees in the offensive categories in the American League. I mean, second in batting. They are averaging just under 5 runs per game. But their challenge has been their pitching and their defense. That is the reason they have lost 67 games already. And Byrd falling behind Carl Crawford and then catches the low part of the strike zone, a 3-1 count. Byrd's key will be his command. And Crawford lines it sharply. Figgins has it played and makes the catch. Gathright will not go. And so Crawford unable to advance Gathright with nobody out.
Lex's defense for the Angels, who are tied with the Rangers and #1 in fielding in the American League. You see Casey Kochman getting his first start at first base this year. He's got a nice glove. You know, some say if he played regularly for a team, he could win a Gold Glove. Don't know if he's in Erstad's league or not, and I would doubt that heavily, but still, he's a good fielder.
Darren Erstad out because of the right hip and back problem he suffered when he went across the pitcher's mound to make a catch of a pop-up. And so he is on a day-to-day basis. But as you can tell with that sweatshirt on, Mike Scioscia would like to stay away from him.
Okay, there was a play in yesterday's game where Erstad had to run up the mound and then back down the mound. And that's a very difficult thing for a player to do. You're used to running on flat ground. You're not used to having to negotiate hills, and that kind of threw him off.
Off play, and it goes into right field. Gathright comes around third base, now is heading home. There's the throw by Guerrero, and Gathright's speed is too much for the Angels, and Tampa Bay takes a 1-0 lead.
Yep, that pickoff was forced. They wouldn't have had a chance to get him. Paul Byrd a little bit nervous maybe about Gathright and the speed they're having. Kennedy broke to it, but Byrd's throw was catchable. Certainly Kennedy just went off his glove. You know, the throw was offline, but certainly a ball Kennedy could have caught. And with that kind of speed, Tom Foley, third base coach, did a nice job of keeping him coming.
So Tampa Bay takes the early 1-0 lead. They have been one of the hottest teams since the All-Star break, winning 14 of their 20 games. Only the Oakland Athletics have been hotter at 17-3. Off-speed pitch by Byrd, and swinging through is Jorge Cantu.
This guy Cantu has been having a nice season as well. Man, you know, he's originally a second baseman.
Ground ball hit to short. Cabrera there. 2 outs.
To show you about yesterday how Erstad got hurt. Santana was in the way, didn't help matters. They kind of ran into each other. Erstad nearly twisted his left ankle. He rolled it. Watch his left ankle. Okay, he rolls it there and stayed in the game and made a great catch. I mean, that's great concentration. He had a little better angle on it. Everybody else was having trouble with the sun, but he says he's day to day. It's his right hip. He should be okay. We'll hope it's not a DL situation.
As Mike Scioscia said, he'd play if he had a splint on, but he's missed only 2 games this year after missing 132 the last 2 seasons. Now Byrd going against Aubrey Huff, who's been very hot. He was the American League Player of the Week. That ball hit sharply, but right at Adam Kennedy. Waits for Casey Kochman to cover, and they record the out, but a double and an error cost the Angels, and the D-Rays take the early lead.
Every day is a wonderful day at the Disneyland 50th anniversary. Come celebrate with us.
Man, this thing is smunchy. Smunchy? Soft, melty, crunchy. It's smunchy.
I'm thinking Craffelty. Crunchy, soft, melty.
No, it's more about crunchy, chewy, cheesy. How about
crunchy, wheezy? I love you.
Awkward.
I love you.
Taco Bell's Cheesy Gordita Crunch. Warm flatbread covered in 3 melted cheeses, wrapped around a crunchy taco and topped with a zesty pepper jack sauce. For a textural taste sensation, think outside the bun.
I drive over 300 miles an hour for a living, but that's on the racetrack. If I can hold it down, anybody can.
Whatever it takes, please always obey the speed limit. You'll help make the road safer for everyone.
If you're getting married, we'll rent you a tuxedo for as little as $50, which is pretty good, considering her dress probably cost as much as your car.
Rent 4 tuxedos, and the groom's is free.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Paul Byrd's error cost the Angels a run in the first inning. Now he'll sit and visit with Angels pitching coach Bud Black, and we'll check out the SBC starting lineup for the Angels. Figgins, Cabrera, Devannon will go 1, 2, 3, but Vladimir Guerrero coming off a great series against the Baltimore Orioles, 7 for 10 with 8 RBIs. Anderson will hit right behind Vladdy, then Benji Molina, Casey Kochman in for Darren Erstad, Mysore Asturis, and Adam Kennedy. On the mound for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, 24-year-old right-hander from St. Petersburg, Florida, Doug Waechter.
Okay, Waechter's not going to overpower you. He's got a, maybe an 88 to 92 mile-an-hour fastball. Finesse pitcher. He's going to change speeds. He can get in trouble when he gets behind. He's given up 14 dingers. And he doesn't want the ball elevated like that last pitch. Figgy was all over it. Right-handers are hitting 267 with 5 homers. Left-handers 317 with 9 homers. Mike Scioscia saw that and got some of his lefties in there.
Sean hits it to first base. There is Travis Lee. And Lee is there before Sean Figgins, and there's one man out to start the last of the first inning.
Rico Corp team defense for the D-Rays, who are 14th in the league in fielding. You can see 86 errors. That's the most by any team, but I tell you, they've got some good, promising players. They're young, they're rebuilding, they're sure they're in last place. Lou Piniella says if they're 3 players away from being a very nice team.
Well, those 3 players must be on the pitching side because they are way down in pitching. And here goes Cabrera to left field. Carl Crawford racing back, and Cabrera ties the game with a solo home run.
Cabrera didn't mess around. First pitch. Steps in there looking for a fastball, threw it inside, right in his wheelhouse. 15th home run now given up by Waechter. Good short swing. Wasn't a long looping swing. He went right to point of contact with his hands.
It almost seemed like Cabrera was watching Waechter throw to Sean Figgins. Fastballs up. And I guess he said, if I get a fastball up, I'm taking a rip. And he did, and powers it out. Just his 5th home run of the year. But the Angels have tied it in the first inning. Waechter now facing Jeff Devannon, and Devannon takes a strike. Jeff hitting 3rd, and one of the reasons why Mike Scioscia really feels that Jeff can be a great situational hitter. They've seen it in the past, and they like the 1-2-3 with speed. Get guys on in front of Vladimir Guerrero.
Finley not in there tonight. Mike going to give him a few days off to work on some hitting and work on a few things, maybe cool him off. He's just 5 for 30 in his last 7 games is Finley. But Waechter so far, he's up in the zone, and that's not what he needs to be doing. Chuck Hernandez, former Angel pitching coach, is the D-Rays pitching coach. He told me that he's got to keep his balls down, the fast ones and also the breaking pitches. Keep them down low.
He is high, and he walks to Bannon just in front of Vlad Guerrero. Mike Scioscia feels that Jeff DeVannen's ability just to get on base. How about this? He only has 43 hits this year, but he has scored 36 runs. I mean, that is off the charts when you consider how often DeVannen gets on. And if you get on in front of this guy, your chances to score are even greater. Guerrero chases the first pitch. He was looking fastball and didn't get it. It's strike one. Vlad's been moving up the RBI chart. You saw ninth. Manny Ramirez has 100 for the Boston Red Sox, 27 more than Vladdy.
Tell you what, Vladdy loves this team. Not quite like he loves the Rangers, but he's hit well against the D-Rays. 368, 8 home runs, and 26 RBIs in 19 games for Vladdy. So he loves D-Rays. Doesn't matter who's pitching, and Waechter better work on getting his ball down.
Ooh. Again, he goes off speed and fools Vladimir Guerrero. The count goes to 1-2, and the Angels have had their way with Tampa Bay. The series in the last 36 games, the Angels have won 29, and 17 of the last 20 they've won here at the Big A.
It's amazing. They haven't seen each other in 351 days.
He wants it down, and Guerrero swings and misses and strikes out. Waechter threw his best to Vladimir Guerrero after getting Sean Figgins on a ground out. Guerrero hits a first pitch home run and then a walk to Jeff DeVannen.
Well, that's a nasty slider right there. Good pitch. That's what he wants to do. Keep the ball down low.
So Garrett Anderson trying to find his groove since the All-Star break, only batting .225. Strike one.
Both of these teams, I mentioned it, it's been a long time since they've played each other, but they haven't faced either one of these pitchers. Orlando Cabrera is the only guy to have faced Waechter in that Angel lineup. He was 0 for 2.
And he just hit the home run. So he was comfortable, I guess. The other guys haven't seen him.
Right. There's just a few guys on their team has faced Paul Byrd, but not very many at bats.
This is game one of a 3-game series. Another tomorrow night at 7 o'clock here at the Big A. Hendrickson will go against the Angels rookie Chris Buchek. DeVannen goes. The pitch is swung on and missed. Throw by Toby Hall well offline. And now Jeff scoots to third base on the throwing error by Toby Hall.
Good jump by Jeff DeVannen. Nice one. Got his 10th stolen base of the year. Ball was tipped off of Lugo's glove, and he'll advance to third base. A little bit long with the throwing motion of Hall.
Garrett ropes it to right, and the Angels will take the lead as DeVannen checks in from third.
Clutch hit, Garrett Anderson. You know, he dropped that one right in his wheelhouse. He gets underneath that. That's a home run, but he definitely squared it up. So Waechter going with his off-speed pitches and kept it down on Vladdy, but hit the wrong spot to Garrett.
Well, that is one thing the Angels need to be able to do against Tampa Bay, is take advantage of their mistakes. A stolen base and then the error, and now a base hit by Garrett Anderson. So Benji Molina comes up, takes strike one from Doug Waechter. Unfortunately, Oakland just took the lead too. Back and forth in Kansas City. Oakland now leads 5-4 in the 8th inning over the Kansas City Royals. They scored 2 runs in the 8th and took the lead on a wild pitch by Burgos. KC at one time had a 4-1 lead in that game. The A's are 34-8 their last 42 games.
And when you come to the clubhouse and you're on that team like Oakland, you got a lot of swagger. You feel good. You're confident. Everything's going good. They're getting good pitching, good hitting. They're red hot.
And they're facing a team that's flat down. KC's lost 7 in a row. Way outside. Hall's able to get to it.
Ends up being kind of a rough inning here for Waechter. A hard time commanding his pitches and finding which ones are really working for him. Now he pitched Vladdy like a champ. He's got 2 strikes on Benji's going to try to get him to swing out of the strike zone.
Molina now lines it to left field. Anderson stops at second base, and the Angels have their 3rd hit of the 1st inning.
Way too good. 1-2. Want to kind of waste one, keep one down. Lou Piniella never been a real pitching guy. He's an offensive player in his day. He doesn't have a lot of patience for pitching. You see Benji, he reached out. That ball was on the outside corner. Pulled it to left field.
So the Angels hoping their rookie Casey Kochman can get his 1st hit of the year. He is 0 for 12 with the Angels. Just called up, hits a smash to the 3rd baseman Cantu, but Kochman is out at first base, and so are the Angels. But Orlando Cabrera gives the Angels a tie, and then GA gives him the lead, but Cabrera goes big fly in the 1st.
It's a summer of high-caliber thrills at Knott's. SoCal residents save big on admission.
More bang for your buck.
Sport is sport. A foul's a foul. And a bat's a bat, even if it's flat. 10 feet on the west side is 10 feet on the east side. Football is football. Unless it's football. Now, a win's a win. A loss is a loss. But no matter what, you better come with it. Because it's 90 feet to first, no matter where home is.
Summer is heating up, and Flatibow Honda has the perfect new or used Honda for your summer fun. Flatibow has a huge selection of new Honda Ridgeline pickups, rugged, sporty, and plenty of room for all of your summer accessories. And this summer, you can lease a best-selling 2005 Honda Accord from Flatibow for as little as $169 per month. And with highway mileage as high as 44 miles per gallon, Flatibow Honda will help keep you at the beach and away from the gas pump. For over 40 years, we've been keeping our customers satisfied. So remember that name.
Flatibow. Perhaps the best way to tell you what the food at Baja Fresh is to tell you what it isn't.
And right now, come discover our new tender, savory, slow-cooked pork carnitas, only at Baja Fresh.
Watching FSN West.
2-1, the Angels have the lead over the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Byrd now will work his 2nd inning. He'll face Julio Lugo, Johnny Gomes, and Travis Lee. This is almost like the 1st inning again because Lugo has that kind of speed, 30 steals this year. So Byrd wants to keep him off the base pass. And he misses just barely outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I know Julio, you can see what he's done the last 24 games. He's got a little rock concert going on. He's been making good plays on defense. He's shooting the ball over the field.
Guerrero, foul territory, makes the catch, and there's 1 down. For every home run that an Angel hits tonight, like Orlando Cabrera going deep in the 1st, Coors Brewing Company will make a donation to Navidad and El Barrio. Navidad and El Barrio delivers more than 20,000 food baskets to needy families in Southern California each year. Well, Cabrera went deep, his 5th of the year. That tied the game. Then Garrett Anderson gave the Angels the lead with a base hit. Johnny Gomes comes up. Mike Scioscia was raving about this kid's bat speed.
Well, just like that pitch there, he doesn't get cheated.
He had 3 home runs on Saturday night against the Kansas City Royals.
Certainly a Rookie of the Year candidate.
Well, he does take a rip, and Byrd has him down 0-2. Tampa Bay has been very hot. They lost yesterday 13-5 to Texas, and that snapped a 6-game winning streak.
Last Saturday night, this kid became the first D-Ray to hit 3 home runs in 1 game. Oh, he got to go on that.
You know what? Paul Byrd is so smart, the way he worked him, and then he drops a hook on the inside corner.
Yeah, he's smart. Guy figures it out. He already knows what he's going to pitch before he even faces these batters. He's well prepared. Him and Benji sit down after batting practice, go over it, and there's a classic got to go. Looking at that one.
And for these Devil Rays who have never seen Byrd before, that delivery can be a bit deceptive and throw off their timing. Here's Travis Lee. He's a veteran, one of the rare veterans they have in their starting lineup. For the Devil Rays, Lou Pinella's 10-3 record last 13 games, averaging 6.5 runs per game, a .330 team batting average. They haven't been this hot since they won 12 straight games last June in 2004.
No, he's in a good mood. You can tell by the way the team's playing, by how the manager is. And Lou is not afraid to show you his emotions on his sleeve, good or bad. But they've been good, and Lou said they got, like I said earlier, he told me they're 3 players away. I said, what kind of players? He goes, well, we need a big bat, we need a nice starter, and a nice arm in the pen. If we can get those, we'll be respectable. We'll be a better than 500 club.
Well, they do have a very young starting rotation. Waechter's 24. Scott Kazmir, who might be their most talented, is just 21. Seth McClung is 24. Casey Fossum, 27. Their veteran is Mark Hendrickson, and he doesn't have that much big league time. So if they get Pujols, Halladay, and Mariano Rivera, they're right there.
Exactly. I don't know. I mean, players are not that easy to get. It's hard. So the D-Rays, they're trying to build from within. And when you finish down in the pack most every year, you're going to get some high choices, high draft picks.
And you're right, Hud, because you look at their minor league system, it is deep. Delmon Young, great young outfielder. Shortstop B.J. Upton. They say he might be the class of the future at that position. Rocco Baldelli, who's on the disabled list, a talented outfielder. And then, of course, the young pitchers that are not here yet as Lee takes it outside and ball for a rare walk for Paul Byrd. And we want to remind Angel fans there has been a location change for tomorrow's Angels Caravana. So write this down. Festivities will take place at Angel Stadium, adjacent to the home plate gate from 10 a.m. to noon. It will be at Angel Stadium tomorrow. Again, tomorrow's Angels Caravana, 10 a.m. to noon. Scheduled to appear John Lackey, Juan Rivera, Jose Mota, and Terry Smith.
That's right, under the big red hats. Can't miss them.
Paul Byrd has had more than one walk only once in his last 12 starts, so he just issued his base on balls, and he hopes that doesn't happen again. Toby Hall, the batter, another hot player, 377 since the All-Star break.
He's got a 7-game hitting streak going. He's been getting his hits. He's got some pop. 5 home runs.
Yeah, offensively they can do a lot, Rex. Just the way they run the bases. Second in the league in steals. Second in batting, 277. Pretty pitch there by Byrd. So he has hauled down an account 0-2. He had Gomes down 0-2 and then came in after working him away with a inside breaking ball.
Going to stay soft with him.
Hall almost swung at it.
Byrd likes to set hitters up, you know, with the fastballs inside. He's got some nice 2-seam movement, a little bit of sinkage. He'll sink that ball some. Really work his slider in there. Curve. Changeup's an effective pitch. It goes into the righties and away from the lefties. That means throw over.
He does have pretty good speed. He has stolen 4 bases this year. Well, he went away at 88 miles an hour and then to 81 miles an hour, so he's shown him 2 different velocities away.
He's a master at changing speeds.
Try it again, and Benji holds on to that. He strikes him out, but fouled into his midsection.
He told me before the game as he was walking out to warm up, Paul Byrd, he says, I'm a magnet. The ball just finds me. I said, try not to let it happen more than once tonight. Okay, well, that's right on the inside part of the thigh right there. He usually gets hit twice, 3 times during a game. There's no padding there.
I asked him, a team like this that loves to run, how do you think about that? And he goes, I love the challenge. Because he has had the history of being able to be accurate with his throws, his 2 gold gloves in his past. But this is a team that loves to run. Gathright, Crawford, Lugo. We have seen Mike Scioscia pitch out on even 2-1 counts with Paul Byrd. Does not here. He goes away, and Hall now takes it. It's a 2-2 count. Benji wants to make sure he's on the same page with Byrd.
Yeah, I don't think they're worried about Travis Lee stealing a base here more than trying to get Toby Hall, keep it out of his wheelhouse. He's got 17 doubles, so he can hit for extra bases.
He's thrown his last 4 pitches all outside, changing speeds on all 4, but now Hall is laying off that outside pitch. Hall wants to make sure he makes this pitch, gets the out on this pitch. He does not want to have a 3-2 count with Hall, and then if he hits a gapper, Lee can score, who would be moving on a 3-2 count. Well, a great pitch there. Again, he backed off through a little wrinkle, and Hall could only pop it foul. But
guys are going to put the bat on Paul Byrd. He knows that. They're not hitting, close to 290 and 300 like they were in the first 2 months of the season. Bird's got that opponent's average down to 269.
Through 14 pitches in the first inning, 20 so far in the second. Hall hits it to center field. It stays up for Sean Figgins. Pitch to contact. Let your defense do the work. And a shutout second for Paul Byrd. And he's talking to the home plate umpire, Jim Wolf.
What? It's 3:30. Is that lunch or dinner?
It's lunner.
Now at AM PM, pick your favorite 3 for just $1.99.
Nice ride.
Thank you, Mocha Coca. Chrysler and Jeep came up on Buku Awards. And Dodge trucks last as long as the Deagle Double Chisel. Plus, I got the hookup, nephew, for sure.
I'm not too sure of what you just said. Now everybody gets a great deal.
For shizzle, Ika Zizzle.
It's Employee Pricing Plus, our employee discount plus cash allowance on Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge.
If the ride is more fly, then you must buy.
That's what I hear.
What I seek every single day is perfection. I want you to guess how many checks we process each day. Try more than 40 million, more than any other company in America. But what's truly impressive is the accuracy with which we take care of them. I'm Lance Drummond, I'm a banker, and I'm proud to be part of Bank of America. If you weren't a perfectionist, you couldn't do this job. One error in a million is simply unacceptable. So at Bank of America, we customize our own equipment. We engineer our own software, create our own quality control systems. To us, this is like an assembly line that is mission critical, meaning 0 defects. This isn't about processing nearly 11 billion checks a year flawlessly. It's a matter of accurately handling one single check and then repeating it 11 billion times.
Bank of America, higher standards.
Angels with a 2-1 lead over the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. The best damn sports show period is coming your way tonight. Chris Rose, John Sally, Rob Dibble, Rodney Peete. They'll talk sports 10:30 on FSN West, and they'll be taking a look at Major League Baseball and also What's going on in the NFL? Can the Lions and Joey Harrington win the NFC North? Will the Devil Rays ever be good? They're coming in at 42-67, dead last in the AL East. Carl Crawford will be on the show. He's the Tampa Bay outfielder, so talented, an all-star. And now here in the last of the second inning, Meiser Asturis will lead things off, down in the count 0-2, facing Doug Waechter. Meiser has been in a bit of a slide, just 5 hits last 36 at bats. To see that average dropped from 300 to 265. You see, he's made the 35 starts this year. The Angels missed him for 46 games because of a left knee problem, and their depth suffered. Well, Waechter paints the outside corner about the letters and gets his second strikeout.
No, Meiser got caught looking there a little bit too close to take with 2 strikes early in the count. Maybe that's okay, but you know, he's missed a little bit of time. He hasn't played every day, so if the timing part of the hitting, you know, you're going to suffer a little bit. It's hard to just miss 2 games in a row and then come back out and have your timing perfect, but they're not worried about him.
Adam Kennedy with 1 man out, and he takes a rip at the first pitch he sees and lifts it foul back and out of play. Adam Kennedy up. He is hitless 3 straight games for the first time this year. And that batting average right now at 320. Still not eligible for the batting title. He would be tied with Miguel Tejada for 4th if he was. Johnny Damon has the American League lead at 338. How about Michael Young after his awful start in April? He's hitting 2nd in the AL, batting 333. Texas, though, is getting pounded by Baltimore, 10-2 in the bottom of the 8th inning.
It's a good thing that Baltimore got out of town before they got hot, their offense.
Angels now hosting a hot offense in Tampa Bay. Waechter in front of Asturis, struck him out in front of Adam Kennedy. And Adams slices one into left field that will drop in front of Carl Crawford, and the Angels have something going here in the second.
Kennedy, good 2-strike hitter, just puts the bat on the ball, and he's a tough out. His his college coach, Mike Batesell's here. He was a coach at Northridge, and now he's with the Fresno State Bulldogs. And he was here before the game talking about Adam and saying how impressed he is with his season he's having offensively and defensively.
And there were times in the past in the offseason Adam would get together with Batesell. Even when he went to Fresno State, he'd come down to Southern California. He knew Adam's swing. And so they would get in the cage together, work on the things that he thought needed some trimming and some consistency with.
And you know, that's a compliment to Mickey Hatcher, because some hitting coaches, they don't want anybody else in their cage with any of their players. But Mickey's like, hey, you know, if your mother can help you, bring her on, man. We just whatever works. We want you to perform between the lines. So he doesn't, it doesn't matter to him. I like his style a lot. He leaves the guys alone. He gives them some advice and some tips, but they're big leaguers. They're grown men, and they either make the adjustments or they don't. They continue to try to make improvements.
Angels might be having an action situation here. Hitting it sharply is Figgins. They've got 1, and there's the turn, and it's wide, and Sean has to stay at first base.
Hard smash. Green gave a nice throw to Lugo way out. Look at Kennedy, wasn't even near the bag. I like that. He was going after him. Lugo was way off the base. They say you can slide outside or inside of the base as long as some part of your body touches second. But Adam was going at him.
Let's see what pitch Waechter chooses to throw Cabrera on. The first pitch, he threw him a fastball, and he hit it out of the park in the first inning. Waechter slipped him. And that is a balk because he did not throw. So Figgins will be given second base. It looked like Waechter turned his ankle, caught a spike hut, and thus a balk, and the Angels have a man in scoring position here in the second.
Yeah, once you spin the throw, you've got to complete the throw. You can see Randy Marsh, the first base umpire, throw his hands in the air. And Paul Byrd, early in the first, remember, was pointing to the mound, pointing to the rubber a little bit. And they came out and looked at it. Maybe there's something to the rubber that's not exactly right for them. I don't know. We'll have to check that out.
Waechter did not throw a fastball to Cabrera, went off speed and misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Yep, Paul Byrd had crew chief Randy Marsh over inspecting that rubber. Paul Byrd gave the okay, went back up there. Figgins goes. There's the throw by Hall. Out at third is Sean Figgins.
Got to make sure you can make it if you're going to try to steal third with 2 outs. He's already in scoring position. Oh, mistake by Figgins. Toby Hall, he came right up from behind that crouch, threw it behind Cabrera. Ball beat him, but maybe his foot got in.
Visit your Southern California Jaguar dealer today for exceptional lease and finance offers.
Up on 300,000 miles.
My old car, a Corolla, actually ran for over 200,000 miles.
Got about 350,000 miles.
And the only reason I gave it up was because somebody gave me a good offer on it.
It's a good thing Toyotas have classic good looks, because they're gonna be around for a long, long time.
Built to last. Tell me any car that can run 300,000 miles and still be on the road.
I like to buy things and keep them for a long time. Legendary Toyota quality. Now that's moving you forward.
Watching FSN West.
Sean Figgins perhaps making a mistake, trying to steal third base with 2 outs.
Yeah, you know, you just got to be 100% sure if you're going to do this. And the ball, it was a high throw. The ball beat him there. And I'm not exactly sure the tag did, but you know what? How are you going to argue with third base umpire Larry Vanover, who was right there? His head was right on the play.
But like you said, Hud, he was already in scoring position. A single by Cabrera would score him from second as well as third. So we head to the third inning, and it will be Nick Green to lead things off. He'll be followed by Joey Gathright as we head back to the top of the order, and then Carl Crawford. Green in a 5 for 35 slide, and Byrd has him down 0-2. Green was acquired from the Atlanta Braves in the Jorge Sosa trade, and we know how much that trade helped the Atlanta Braves get back into first place in the National League East, because Sosa was moved from the bullpen to a starting position, and he's been excellent for the Braves. They now lead Washington by 4.5 games. Green pops it up. Cabrera called off by Adam Kennedy, and AK takes over and makes the catch. Well, Oakland has beaten Kansas City after the Royals were up 4-1. The A's come right back and win it, and they have now beaten KC 21 of the last 25 times, and the Angels lead is just a half game in the American League West. These 2 opponents will meet next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at the Oakland Coliseum. Royals scored all 4 runs in the 5th. Oakland 2 in the 8th to tie it and take the lead.
Well, the Angels, they got 10 games left with Oakland this year. They can handle Oakland when they see them. In the meantime, though, as good as they're playing, they'd like to at least keep par with them. Got to be, you know, mixing in their offense and their pitching, keep that good defense going. They'll be all right. But with Gathright up here in this situation, Byrd's got him down 0-2. Now the fielders have backed off a little, but the middle infielders, Kennedy and Cabrera, they're halfway. Okay, they're not at normal depth. They're playing shallow in case of ground ball. They got to get it to him in a hurry. Speed puts pressure on defense. All those infielders are well aware of the speed guys.
Rex, they have clocked him at 3.3 seconds from home to first. How about that?
From the left side, that's really nice.
He's from Kenner, Louisiana. They scouted him at the Louisiana Sugarcane League. That is that league that produces a lot of great athletes, but not much baseball skills, and they hope that you can learn it at the professional level. Well, Gathright has been able to do that. And Rex, how about this? The guy who scouted him was Benny Latino. He's very familiar with that area. It's a very Cajun area. And you know what he was doing when he was scouting him? This kid, Joey Gathright, was jumping over cars. And he said, this guy is a great athlete. He is said to have jumped over 3 cars on one running leap.
Oh, come on.
That's what it says in the book.
You mean sideways?
It has to be sideways, but he also has done it front to back on the broad jump. Mini Coopers probably.
Yeah, or maybe Volkswagens.
Or my car, a hybrid.
Well, you know what? It's pretty impressive though. But right now he's waiting Paul Byrd out. Birdie had him down the count 0-2. Now he's messing around. You got to just throw it down the middle, let him hit his way on, or strike him out, let him get himself out. Those are the options. Don't walk him.
Here is the 8th pitch to Joey Gathright.
Byrd wants the fastball. It shook twice.
Ooh. Now Paul's really mad at himself with 1 man out. The fastest man in the game is at first base.
Couple walks for Paul Byrd early in this game. Not like him. Wrong guy you want to walk.
Byrd has not walked a batter in 18 of his last 40 starts, but 2 walks in the last 2 innings. And he's picking the wrong guys, the speed guy. Here's Carl Crawford lined out. Center field his first time up. Gathright does not go, and the pitch is taken for a strike. Gathright 8 for 9, but remember, he hasn't been around very long. Started the year at AAA. Was called up the last month. Popped up right side. Kochman and Kennedy racing back. Adam
can't see it.
Can't find the baseball, and now finally picks it up and makes the play, but he lost it for a moment, threw his arms up to let Vladimir Guerrero know what was taking place, and you can see Adam walk away going, whew.
Well, you know, that cost him a game yesterday when the sun was out. Look at him. He puts his hands out. Now Vladdy steps it up thinking, I got to make that play. But at the last minute, it came out of that twilight. Whew. That's good focus right there. And that's not an easy play. When you can't see the ball, your first tendency is to look down and look around you. But if you just stay up there focused on it, it'll come out soon enough. But you got to be ready at the last minute.
2 outs for Jorge Cantu. Angels pitch out. Gathright was thinking about going, but then read it.
The elements of the game. Yesterday, high sky, big sun. Cabrera never saw it, hit off his leg. That 2 runs scored on that one. Okay, that would have been the 3rd out. Pretty much a routine play. Eric Burns got a triple on it.
1 ball, 1 strike. Cantu having an excellent offensive season, 15 home runs and 70 RBIs. He also has 27 doubles to lead the club. And he, like the rest of the D-Rays, hot since the break. As a team, they're hitting .310. That's the highest batting average since the All-Star break in the American League. Well, he's behind the count 1 and 2, so Mike Scioscia has more options than Lou Piniella. He could pitch out.
Well, you know, he's really developing this year as a power hitter. You know, he hits for a high average this year, Cantu, but defensively is where he's having his struggles. Playing third base is not easy. He's a typical second baseman. Having to work with his feet, get his footwork together, throwing that ball across that diamond's not easy.
Paul doesn't have a great move to first base and is not that quick home.
But what you need to do is not alter a slide step, or that'll mess up your mechanics, so you leave the ball up in the zone. But you might want to hold it a little longer, you know, show a couple different head fakes. There's a few different things that you can do without altering your mechanics to slow that running game down.
And we've seen that from Paul Byrd this year.
That's right. They can be successful off of Paul Byrd.
Close, right at the bag, and Kochman just swooped the glove to the athlete, and Gathright just dove back in, got there with the right hand.
But the feed was perfect. Boy, just missed it. Being left-handed, all you got to do is just put that glove right on it. Wanted to get out of the inning there.
He goes. Angels pitch out. Molina's throw a little bit short. Gathright now races for third and makes it. Oh, this kid's speed is incredible. His pressure has forced 2 errors by the Angels. 1 by the pitcher, now 1 by the catcher, Molina.
That's what speed does. I mean, just because you pitch out doesn't mean you're going to get the guy. The throw was way short. That was on the grass. Kennedy did all he could to knock it down, but look at the alertness of Gathright. But when you're that fast, you see a little bit of light, you're gone.
Well, Byrd comes right back to strike out Jorge Cantu, so it is a bit meaningless, but still 2 errors in the game for the Angels.
Every day is a wonderful day at the Disneyland 50th anniversary. Come celebrate with us.
Ciabatta. C-B-A. Ciabatta. C-A.
Can you use it in a sentence?
My new bacon and cheese ciabatta burger is made with 2 juicy jumbo patties covered with melting cheese, red onions, tomatoes, and 4 pieces of mouth-watering bacon on my lightly toasted ciabatta bread.
J. Ciabatta. C-I-A-B-A-T-T-A ciabatta. Peace out.
It's a wonderful world. I'm just walking on air. Talk of heaven on earth. I've got more than my share. Haven't got a care. Happy all day.
Rico dependability moves your ideas forward.
It's a wonderful world.
Tweaks, too.
Loving wonderful you. Finally, an SUV that refuses to blend in. The all-new all-wheel drive Saab 97X. I'm free. Distinctively designed, independently inspired.
FSN West presents Angels Baseball, brought to you by the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, now through September 5th. And by Corona Extra, miles away from ordinary. We welcome you back to Angels Stadium, game 1 of a 3-game series between the Halos and the Devil Rays. Orlando Cabrera, who was at the plate when Sean Figgins was thrown out at third, now comes back to the plate. He hit a home run his first time up to left field. Waechter has now thrown 35 pitches, 24 have been strikes, 11 have missed. Well, it's been a while since he went deep, almost 2 months, and now he sends one back up the middle. Lugo has it and just barely gets Cabrera at first base. Our game recap is brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of baseball.
Cabrera, 5th home run. Came on the first pitch he saw from Waechter. Good swing. Nice and short. Him and Vladdy got a little thing going.
and see what he was doing wrong. Didn't like the way he came off that swing. Well, here's Jeff Devannon, walked his first time up, stole second, scored on the base hit by Garrett Anderson. The Oakland Athletics have won 5-4 over the Kansas City Royals in the first game of their series with KC. A's are now 18-4 since the All-Star break. The Angels at 10-10. Now Devannon ropes it right back up the middle, so he has done exactly what Mike Scioscia wanted from Jeff Devannon in that 3 spot. Action baseball. He's walked, he's stolen, he's scored. Now he comes through with a base hit with 1 man out.
And you know, this is a good game so far for Devannon. Even if he doesn't do anything the rest of the game, he's got a walk and a knock and a run scored. Okay, that's action. That's what Mike Scioscia likes. His team, you know, they're 11th in the league in home runs. They got 91 total as a ball club. But Jeff Devannon adds a dimension that they need. There, he's an action guy. Get on base. And he's one of the guys that hasn't been getting a whole lot of playing time lately. So it's nice for him when he does get it to do something.
Now Vladimir Guerrero, who hasn't seen many fastballs from Doug Waechter, and Guerrero is a good off-speed hitter. So Waechter better locate his pitches like he did the last time, away and down from Vladdy, or come hard in. Vladimir down in the count, 0-2. Guerrero had a terrific game to start this homestand. Hit a couple of home runs against the Baltimore Orioles, drove in 5 of the Angels' 10 runs. So 8 of those 73 RBIs have come this week on this homestand. This is when they need the big fella, and the Angels need to get guys on base in front of them. Force him to pitch to Guerrero. In the dirt. Now skips away. Hall's throw will not catch Devannon, and it scoots into center field, and there goes Jeff to third. So that's the second time in the game where he's pressured the situation, Rex. He has stolen a base, gone to third on an error by the catcher.
This is heads up. This is all on his own here. Whenever you see a ball in the dirt and you have speed at first base, you want to advance. Okay? You got to have real good focus to do that and quick reactions. Devannon did that right there. Saw the ball, hopped over Lugo. Toby Hall did a nice job of keeping it in front of him. The throw was short. Bounced it. Tough to pick and tag on that one. You got to be exceptional and very lucky to make a catch and put a tag on a guy like that. Now with 1 out, they're going to pull their infield in. But watch out. Third baseman don't want to be too far in with Vladdy hitting. This could be dangerous for an infielder.
Oh, barely high to Vlad Guerrero. The count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
So Cantu and Lugo, both guys on the left side, they're not in on the grass. They're back. They're back for safety, I'm sure. You see the guys on the right side, they're in close.
Guerrero skies it to center field. This will be deep enough to get Devannon home from third base. And right now, Jeff Devannon has been the star of the show, moving to second in a wild pitch, going to third on the error. And Vlad Guerrero has driven in his 74th run of the year, and the Angels have a 3-1 lead on Tampa Bay.
Love to see action like Devannon's. Hustle, taking advantage on the bounce ball in the dirt. Those are all pluses. It's going to win him some more playing time. I like that. So you get things going. Vladdy just missed that too. That would have been way off the rock pile in center field.
But he got the run home. And the Angels keeping the pressure on Tampa Bay, now leading 3-1 in the third. Garrett Anderson up, single to drive it a run his first time, and takes ball 1. Rex, how about this? We're in the third inning. We have seen 4 errors by both teams. I mean, 4 errors combined. You think speed's causing a little bit of the problem?
Absolutely. It'll drive you crazy, especially if you're a pitcher and catcher, the combination, and not to mention the manager. The manager's going, oh man, what are we going to do? Pitch out. I mean, it adds a lot to the opposition.
3 of the 4 errors, Rex, have been by the catcher.
And I'm not surprised by the D-rays, but I am with the Angels.
Anderson to left field. Crawford near the track pulls it down. That's the final out. The Angels get one more in the third, push the lead to 3-1 over the D-Rays.
And the Angels start the bottom of the ninth down 4-2.
It's Hyundai summer clearance, so save the dates to save big, like up to $4,000 cash back on select models. Days are flying by to save on models across the lot, like the V6 Hyundai Santa Fe. And don't forget, Hyundai's award-winning quality lets us offer America's best warranty. So circle the dates for up to $4,000 cash back. Don't miss this once-a-year opportunity at Hyundai. During Hyundai summer clearance, get up to $4,000 cash back as a Los Angeles area Hyundai dealers.
Super blast. There's the throw by Garrett Anderson. In time. A home run for Benji Molina. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Erstad down the line. He's going for three. Swing and a miss. Got it. Look at this. The Angels win. Erstad has it. Another gold glove. He's done it again. Cabrera wins it in the 10th.
Recognizing higher standards, Bank of America presents the American League Player of the Week.
Tampa Bay's Aubrey Huff was named AL Player of the Week, batting .409 with 2 Grand Slam home runs and 10 RBI.
How about that for Huff? He hits another Grand Slam.
Bank of America, higher standards.
Angels have a 3-1 lead here at the Big A. It is a sellout crowd tonight. Game 1 of this 3-game series with Tampa Bay and the Angels. Paul Byrd will work number 4 hitter Aubrey Huff. Huff grounded out to second base to end the first inning. Huff, Lugo, and Johnny Gomes. Got it in on his hands, and it's lifted foul. Aubrey has been a terrific player the last 3 years. Set club records in 2003 with a .311 average, 47 doubles, tied the club record with 34 home runs, and got off to a slow start this year, but has really taken off of late. .347, 6 home runs since the All-Star break to lift his average from the high 250s to now 270.
Yep, you'll find the majority of players that have some 4 years of experience or more, they really come on in the second half. They've experienced baseball. They've played the 140, maybe 150 games out of a 162 game schedule. They know it's a grind. It's not the minor leagues anymore. Minor leagues is maybe 130 games a year. They know what it takes, so they kick it in after the second half and really start focusing.
Ooh. Huff hits it well to right field, and it is out of here. Aubrey Huff with another home run. He hit one yesterday, and he has 7 now after the All-Star break and cuts the Angel lead to 1.
Yep, you see a big left-handed power stroke like that. He hit that one. Pretty much could tell that was out of here. They want it down and in. It's not. It's out over the middle of the plate. He missed, and Huff didn't. Nice easy stroke. That's his 15th dinger.
Now Julio Lugo. Well, this is a guy, Aubrey Huff, that almost was with the Boston Red Sox. There was that trade right before the deadline that was rumored to go from Boston, New York, and the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, and Huff was to become either infielder or outfielder with the Boston Red Sox. And of course, Manny Ramirez was rumored to be going to the New York Mets. Then that Sunday, about 2 hours before the trade deadline, Manny says, no, I've changed my mind. I want to be with the Boston Red Sox, win another world championship.
You know what? It just depends on the day. Depends on your mood.
He's a tough guy to trade. He's got 30 home runs and 100 RBIs, and they were thinking about trading him. Larry Lucchino, their president, said 4 straight years Manny has said he's wanted to be traded.
How Not to mention the 60-some-odd million they owe him for the next 3 years.
And Danny Baez, who's the closer for Tampa Bay, was also rumored to be part of that deal.
Baez, the lone representative for the D-Rays in this year's All-Star game. He's having a good year.
Lugo sends it foul. Byrd has worked Lugo to all corners of the strike zone in this at bat, mainly working him down, but just came up and it's fouled back. He played yesterday but missed the last 2 games prior to that because of a sore left knee. Bounces back to the screen. But Lugo now 29 years old, out of the Dominican Republic. This is his 6th big league season. Acquired from the Houston Astros just before last year. And Paul works him up in the strike zone with a fastball and gets him to swing and miss. That's his 3rd strikeout of the game. It's time for Aflac Trivia. Sean Figgins is 2nd in the American League in steals. Who is the only Angel ever to lead the AL in steals? And this organization has had a lot of fast guys like Chad Curtis and Devon White and Gary Pettis, Luis Polonia. But who led the American League in steals? Right now Scott Pasetnik has the lead by 15 base margin over Sean Figgins.
Tony Phillips, he stole a few bags when he was here too. You can see the American League leaders. Figgy getting caught at 3rd base. Maybe he's trying to impress Carl Crawford. He's pushing the envelope a little bit too much there, getting caught for the 3rd out.
Carl Crawford led the American League the last 2 seasons. Oh, what a great player. He almost went to Nebraska to become their quarterback. That's when they ran that option offense. Now it's changed dramatically. Popped up right center field. Kennedy backing up and makes the catch. 2 out.
Kennedy makes those look routine, and those are difficult. Most difficult play you can make as a second baseman.
Attention Angel fans, there has been again a location change for tomorrow's Angels Caravana. Festivities will take place at Angel Stadium adjacent to the home plate gate from 10 a.m. to noon. Again, tomorrow's Angels Caravana will take place here at the ballpark, Angel Stadium, 10 a.m. to noon. John Lackey will be there, Juan Rivera, Jose Mota, and Terry Smith.
Okay, going backpedaling like this can be a dangerous situation. Look at him, catches it in the heel. Whenever the outfielders are calling you off, you know they're coming in. There's a collision possibly happening, and your back's turned to them.
Remember that cost Adam a couple of games when Tim Salmon was in right field and they collided one time.
Yep, it's dangerous.
Strike 3 called outside corner, and Lee is gone, and Paul Byrd does give up a solo home run to lead off the 4th, so the Angel lead is just 1 over the Devil Rays.
Not too close. What do you think? I got that insurance?
What insurance is that, Yogi?
The one you really need to have. If you don't have it, that's why you need it.
Need what?
Well, if you get hurt and miss work, it won't hurt to miss work. And they give you cash, which is just as good as money.
Aflac. Ask about it at work. In a nutshell, this is why people love instant capital funding.
I need a mortgage, but my credit isn't perfect. Whose is? And I'm between jobs.
No job verification needed.
And I want the lowest rates.
We guarantee it.
How long to get approved? A month?
We'll call you this afternoon.
I love you.
Call Instant Capital Funding today at 1-888-4FUND-EASY. Free appraisal, fast service, exceptionally low rates.
Every day is a wonderful day at the Disneyland 50th anniversary. Come celebrate with us.
Watch the Tuttles kick it into high gear and turn raw metal into two-wheeling theme machines. Sparks fly, tempers explode, and beauties are born. American Chopper, Mondays at 10, only on the Discovery Channel.
You're watching FSN West.
Angels by 1 over the Devil Rays. Bottom of the 4th. Aflac trivia question and answer time. And it's about speed. Sean Figgins is second in the American League in steals. Who's the only Angel ever to lead the AL in stolen bases? And the answer is Mickey Rivers. 1975 had 70 stolen bases. The Angels have only had one man with that high of a total. The second most, 56 by Gary Pettis.
Well, he had that Joey Gathright or Carl Crawford speed, Sean Figgins speed.
Benji Molina to right field, racing back Johnny Gomes. He pulls it down, and there's one down in the last of the 4th.
Cardinals jumped all over John Smoltz tonight. 11-3 they beat the Atlanta Braves, and Albert Pujols hit his 30th home run, making him the first player in Major League history to hit 30 more homers in each of his first 5 seasons. How about that? That guy's awesome.
Casey Kochman up, takes strike 1 from Doug Waechter. Boy, that was a great matchup too between Mulder and John Smoltz. Smoltz was 8-0 his last 10 starts. Got ripped. Kochman rolls it to first base. And he is 0 for 14 to start this season.
In the big leagues.
In the big leagues, right. 289 down at Salt Lake City, and had been hitting very well since a horrible month of April. Casey only hit 192, but batting .316 since. The Angels need a pick-me-up offensively with Darren Erstad and Steve Finley not in the game tonight. Erstad out because of injuries to his right hip and also back. He's day-to-day. Steve Finley will be given a couple of days off just to work with Mickey Hatcher and try and get his swing back. Isurus Turris hits one to left center field, and there's the speed of Gathright again. Wow.
Sturris thought he had a base hit. I thought it off the bat, but you know what, with that guy he can really close some ground. Beautiful.
Wiener Schnitzel just got cooler with Tasty Freeze soft serve treats. So come in now for a baseball helmet sundae and a big all-beef stadium dog. Only at Wiener Schnitzel.
Just when Deuce Bigelow thought he was out of the game, his old buddy TJ pulled him back in.
At last,
Nice to meet you.
my love has come along. And like a song.
Oh, Deuce. Deuce Bigelow, European Gigolo. Rated R. In theaters everywhere, August 12th.
Chicken. Sit. Sit. Catch, chicken. Chicken. Juggle. Chicken. Collate. There's only one thing a chicken's good for. Eating. The Western Bacon Chicken Sandwich. New at Carl's Jr.
My dad calls it being spontaneous. We jump in our new Nissan Pathfinder and go. We find cool places to eat burgers. I like burgers. We see trees, mountains, and lakes. We sing corny songs. Drive through sand, climb rocks. I really like motorcycles. I love our new Pathfinder. Ever since we got it, we do a lot of this spontaneous stuff.
The 7-passenger, 270-horsepower Nissan Pathfinder.
Well, we were told that Joey Gathright might be the fastest player in the game, and he's shown wide on the bases and also now in center field.
Yeah, I mean, he takes off in midair. Just flew, literally. Look at that. Just nice athletic ability. That double play is a pitcher's best friend, but Gathright is there on that one.
Byrd working his 5th inning. He'll face number 8 hitter Toby Hall, then Nick Green, and back to Joey Gathright. Seems like Gathwright's up every inning. That ball popped up shallow right field. Kennedy out. Boy, they're testing at him all night long. Now the twilight's gone. It's dark overhead, so he can pick that baseball up easier and makes a nice play in shallow right.
Yeah,
one down.
And I said earlier, those aren't routine. Those are very difficult for second baseman to go out there. But he's, you know, just a solid defender. Hopefully will win his first Gold Glove this year.
Adam Kennedy, Darren Erstad, Orlando Cabrera, very deserving Gold Glove candidates this season. Paul Byrd delivers. Ball 1 to Nick Green. Green popped up to second base. That was the shallow one that Kennedy in the twilight had to go out, lost it momentarily, recovered, and made the play. Green, 27 years old, out of Pensacola, Florida. Got a twin brother, Kevin, who plays in the Atlanta Braves organization. Byrd continues to work him low and away, and he's just fouling that pitch off, so Paul has the option. Ahead in the count, 1-2.
This guy's a scrappy player. So they were telling me he likes to get dirty. He's got some fire in him. You know, he's another action guy. He's been struggling a little bit with the bat lately, but he's the guy they like.
And then Paul comes inside, jams him, and Green fouls it off. This is game 1 of the series. Game 2 tomorrow at 7, and then Sunday at 1 o'clock. Bartolo Colon will be pitching in that Sunday afternoon affair. Just missing up and in.
This guy's first hit, reading his in the notes here, his first hit for the D-Rays was a game winner against the Oakland A's back on April 8th, 10th inning. It's a nice way to make your addition to the ball club.
Wow. Paul missed 3 straight up, and he walks Nick Green, the number 9 batter, and that brings the pressure to the plate, and Joey Gathright, who has doubled and walked in this game.
All right, they're off to the races. Paul Byrd makes an error. Think he's stopping at third? No chance. 1-0. And then he rips off a bag, goes head first, and then the ball never even got to the outfield. He made it to third base, then on defense, guy so far has been a human highlight tape.
And he swings and fouls off the first offering from Paul Byrd. Byrd does not look like he has his great command. He's already walked 3 batters in the game, but he's battling. He has already thrown 81 pitches, and we've seen games where he's thrown 81 pitches and he's working the 7th inning. He's only in the 5th right now with 1 man out. Gathright, almost an impossible guy to double up. And he does hit it on the ground and gets a base hit to right field. Green will stop at second base. So Joey Gathright has done everything right. On 3 times. Question comes from our graphics guru, Mitch Reinhardt, who's faster, Joey Gathright or Nook Logan of the Detroit Tigers. That would be a pretty good foot race, along with Sean Figgins.
Be great. You know, they probably would go on times, you know, like running straight to first base, but it would be nice to line all 3 of them up in the outfield and let them race against each other. That would make it fun.
Crawford with a base hit to right field. Green is held at third. So Paul Byrd really being tested here in the 5th inning. And the Devil Rays have a chance to tie it here in the top of the 5th inning. The Southern California Sports Report, the nightly newscast dedicated to your hometown teams, comes your way later tonight. We will report on this game 1 between the Devil Rays and the Angels. Also take a look at the Lakers. Are they interested in former Trailblazer Derek Anderson? Find out. And Roenick in Anaheim. He was on Billy Mack and Rex Udler's show. He threw out the first pitch tonight. Newest LA King.
Yeah, he was on with Billy Mack. I was gone.
Well, it's part of you're part of the show.
Oh, just a small part. Really, it's Billy Mack's show. But he was throwing out the first pitch earlier today. And watch Paul Byrd. Josh Paul. He was the catcher. Okay, he had his full catcher's gear on, a bat pretending like a hockey stick, and watch this. It's a beautiful glove save. Glove save and a beauty.
Josh is great.
Yeah,
how about that? He has quite a sense of humor. Well, here is Jorge Cantu, and Paul Byrd knows what Cantu has done in the past, and that is hit a lot of balls in the ground. Joel Peralta is already warming up here in the 5th inning. Swing and a miss as Byrd goes soft away from him. It's a 1-1 count, but Cantu grounds out a lot. He is tied for the most double plays in the American League this year with 17.
And that's exactly what Bud Black was telling Paul Byrd there. Hey, keep the ball down. He's going to hit into a lane ball.
He chases one down in the zone. 1-2. Byrd will stay there. Bases are loaded with Green at third, Gathright second base, Carl Crawford first base.
Well, you know, it's interesting to see his helmet. Look at that. I mean, it's way over his eyes there. I don't know how he sees.
Whistles that one foul.
I noticed that in his first time up. I was thinking, man, look at him. Maybe it's an accident, but that's not an accident. That's the lowest bill of the hat I've ever seen on a hitter. I'll have to ask him about that. It's down there for a reason. Maybe he's superstitious. Maybe he doesn't want the pitcher to see his eyes.
As long as he can see the baseball coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Yeah, but normally, you know, you don't want to have anything in your line of sight, you know, to distract you as a hitter for sure. But he's definitely looking at the bill of that hat.
In the air, right side, Vlad Guerrero being chased back. He pulls it down. Tagging is Nick Green. Gathright rounds third base, holds there. The game is tied at 3.
That's one mistake Cantu was looking for it. Byrd had gotten ahead of him with throwing balls, sliders, and breaking balls down the zone, and then he tried to sneak a piece of cheese by him, 88 miles an hour, and Cantu did 2 on him. Watch this, quick hands. Okay, let the ball get deep in the strike zone, and then just threw the bat at it. When it's elevated, it's a lot easier to get it airborne.
So the Angels' 3-1 lead is now gone after the solo home run by Aubrey Huff in the 4th, and now the sacrifice fly by Cantu. But Byrd not out of the woods yet, and he has to face the dangerous Aubrey Huff, who took him deep last time. Strike 1. That time Molina missed it, but the umpire took the foul and shot.
Try it's Jim Wolf. Ooh, man, right off the shoulder and mask.
Sure, Benji's thinking better of you than me, because I'm the first line of defense. Just missing inside. Byrd with 3 walks in the game. An incredible rarity for him.
It's fortunate only one of them was scored.
And that, the man in this inning, Nick Green. Huff ground ball, Adam Kennedy. This should do it. Throws on the money, and the inning is over, but Tampa Bay scores a run and ties the game against Paul Byrd.
Tonight on the SCSR, we are calling all Angels. Hear from the Halos after their game against the D-Rays. One-on-one with Jeremy Roenick, who fuels the fire in Anaheim. Plus, how close are the Lakers to getting a starting guard? It's the SCSR after the game.
Family Tires offers tread life warranties up to 80,000 miles. That's a lot of trips for munchies. Come to Allen Tire Company to get a good deal on a great Kelly tire. And you won't have to buy tires for a long time.
I mean, I don't mean to brag or anything.
Oh, here we go again.
I feel stupendous.
I feel great no matter where I am.
I was happier than a June bug on a tomato plant.
For 10 years now, cars have been telling you about...
There's that saying...
Chevron with Techron. Chevron with Techron.
Chevron with Techron.
And it turns out they knew what they were talking about. Because when BMW, GM, Honda, and Toyota established a tough standard for gasoline called Top Tier, Chevron with Techron was the first gasoline designated.
In car talk, that's big stuff.
Horsepower Land Rover LR3, the 2005 Motor Trend Sport Utility of the Year. Special lease and finance rates available.
Devil Rays Angels tie game of this series, and attention Angel fans, there has been a location change for tomorrow's Angels Caravana. Festivities will take place at the Big A, adjacent to the home plate gate, from 10 a.m. to noon. Again, tomorrow's Angels Caravana will take place at Angel Stadium from 10 a.m. to noon. Scheduled to appear pitchers John Lackey, outfielder Juan Rivera, and broadcasters Jose Mota and Terry Smith. There is Adam Kennedy coming up, hitting it foul. First pitch he sees from Doug Waechter. Waechter has held the Angels to 3 runs in the first 4 innings of this contest. Right-handers coming off a victory over the Kansas City Royals when he worked his 5 1/3 innings and gave up 3 runs, but they outscored KC 7-3. Royals lost their 8th straight game tonight to the Oakland A's 5-4.
Adam got him a base hit in his first at bat with 2 strikes. See if he can do the same thing. Shorten up his swing a little bit. There's one up in the zone.
Kennedy fights him with that fastball and fouls it off, a 1-2 count. You can see why Waechter's command can get out of whack, because he really falls off to that first base side. Anything up the middle he's not getting to.
No, usually leaves it up in the zone. He's falling off that hard.
Well, he's a guy who was born to be a Devil Ray. 1999 graduate of Northeast High School in St. Pete. Located about 4.5 miles from Tropicana Field, where the Devil Rays play. Low. But they feel he's a big part of their future. They have a first rounder that's still in the minor leagues called Jeff Neiman out of Rice. All-American last year. Just off the corner.
Nice at bat going here. That's after being 0-2. Being very patient, taking some borderline pitches. He looks like a confident hitter. Now he's looking to drive one right here.
To left field, Carl Crawford. 1 out.
Well, you knew Waechter wanted to come in there, didn't want to have a leadoff walk. Put it on the outside part of the plate.
Waechter was one of the nation's top high school quarterbacks in 1999, his senior year. He gave up that football scholarship to South Florida to turn pro for $500,000. In his first big league start last year, he shut out the Seattle Mariners on a 2-hitter. That's making your debut pretty well. Big guy at 6 feet 4 inches tall, 210 pounds, just 24 years old. Facing Sean Figgins. Figgins 0 for 2, but did reach back in the second inning, but was thrown out trying to steal third base.
Waechter, though, you know, he's got pretty good pitch efficiency, 41 strikes, 23 balls, but he's mixing them pretty well. He's pitching up in the zone. He's also breaking them down, so he's going a lot of north and south on the Angels.
Hit sharply, but right at the second baseman, and 2 outs.
That's a pitch right down the middle, so Figgins got himself out. He hit it hard, but he hit it right at a guy. So pitchers, they don't want to try to be too fine. Lots of times you just want to throw it down the middle, and especially when you got a speed guy on, let him hit it to somebody.
So the high ball hitters will swing over it, and the low ball swingers will swing under it. So right down the middle.
That's it. And when they square it up, chances are someone's going to catch it out there.
In the seats.
It's possible for that too, if they get the back underside.
Orlando Cabrera homered his first time up, grounded out in his last at bat. Waechter has thrown 66 pitches, and Paul Byrd, who usually has that kind of efficiency, has thrown more than 90 pitches. Didn't mean to do it. So Paul probably will come out for one more inning, but Mike Scioscia did have the bullpen busy as Joel Peralta was warming up in his 5th when he had loaded the bases.
Cabrera, he's liking hitting in the top of the order. He says, man, I get to hit in that first inning. He's got a wide base. Hasn't changed anything as far as his hand positioning. He still coils his bat around his head, you know, not to the liking of hitting coach Mickey Hatcher. He says that sometimes he has a tendency to loop his swing when he has his bat started coiled like that. But pitch selection is everything. If he can hit the ball, the swinging pitches that are down in the zone, he's going to drive them, and that's what he's been doing. He's just been laying off those balls up. They've been trying to get him out there. That's a scouting report on him.
And he says he's trying to stay on top of the pitch, but like you said, a lot of times with that loop, you have a tendency of getting underneath of it.
Right, and from the waist down to the knees, he's going to go ahead and take that bat head right to it. And chances are he's hitting the top to middle half of the ball. That high pitch looks so easy to hit as a hitter, and you think you can get it, but by the time it gets on you, you foul it up or pop it up more times than not.
Broken bat, ground ball hit to Nick Green. He throws out Cabrera. The Angels go in order for the first time tonight.
Allow your Southern California Jaguar dealer to indulge you in the most exquisite sales experience in the industry.
I'm Matthew Phillips, General Sales Manager at Phillips Pontiac in Laguna Hills. I'd like to invite you to come down and see the 2005 GTO. Come test drive this car and see what 400 horsepower can do to the smile on your face.
The Pontiac 2005 GTO. Pontiac, the undisputed leader in performance. Get your hands on one today at Phillips Buick and Pontiac, over 30 years in Laguna Hills.
Manny, Mo, and Jack have rolled back prices and will beat any dealer price on service by 25% guaranteed. Our service bays are open 7 days, 6 nights a week for everything from brake service to engine diagnostics on imports and domestics for a lot less. Less as in a Pennzoil standard oil change for just $12.99 after mail-in rebate. Plus, get free towing by calling 800 Pep Boys.
The Pep Boys are back. The Pep Boys are back around.
Pep Boys, parts, service, and so much more.
You're watching FSN West.
Another sellout crowd tonight at the Big A. Devil Rays Angels are tied at 3, and this fall the NFL returns to Fox for another season of just great games. Great quarterbacks like Michael Vick and Donovan McNabb of the Eagles. Brett Favre of the Packers, and we've got it NFL Sunday on Fox. Julio Lugo will lead things off for Tampa Bay in the top of the 6th inning. Byrd stays in the game. He's thrown 91 pitches in his first 5 innings. That was, 92 pitches in his first 5 innings. That was number 93. 62 have made the strike zone, 31 have not, and he's tied his season high for walks in the game with 3. Last walk resulted in tying the game. Nick Green scored on the sacrifice fly. Hit sharply to center field. Figgins comes on and makes the catch, and Lugo is out for the 3rd time.
It's nice to see the Angels bringing up some of these guys that do a lot of work on their minor leagues. There's Ty Van Berkelio. He's the roving hitting instructor for the Angels in his 5th season as a rover. This guy goes all over the place. Fizz, 6 different stops along the way for him. He works with the minor leagues. He goes to Salt Lake, Little Rock, Rancho Cucamonga, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Orem, Utah, Mesa. He knows just about everything about the hitters.
Broken bat. Fly ball hit to left field, and Garrett Anderson, he makes the catch for the 2nd out. And both Salt Lake and Arkansas are in 1st place in their respective leagues. PCL leader Salt Lake at 62 and 49, and Arkansas's Travelers in AA Texas League are in 1st place at 23 and 18 in the 2nd half.
There's Jeter. Bruce Hines, 20th season in the Angel organization. Fantastic guy. He's got a lot of personality, fun. He's got energy. Does a great job in the minor leagues directing the field and coordinating all that stuff. Fantastic. There with John Lackey. He's been around long enough. He knows all these guys, all the homegrown talent. He's got the stopwatch. Look, he's trying to learn something every single day.
Travis Lee hits it to center field. Figgins has it. Byrd, quality 6th inning. His easiest inning of the night.
Every day is a wonderful day at the Disneyland 50th anniversary. Come celebrate with us.
Wiener Schnitzel just got cooler with Tasty Freeze soft serve treats. So come in now for a baseball helmet sundae and a big all-beef stadium dog. Only at Wiener Schnitzel.
Allow your Southern California Jaguar dealer to indulge you in the most exquisite sales experience in the industry.
What? It's 3:30. Is that lunch or dinner?
It's lunner.
Now at AM/PM, pick your favorite 3 for just $1.99.
What is the 2nd period of extra time? It's been a grueling match for both teams. Shot chases the ball.
The longer and harder you exercise, the more severe your hydration needs become, and that can cause you to fall apart. That's why there's new Gatorade Endurance Formula. This unique 5-electrolyte formula puts back more of what your body loses during your most punishing activities. New Gatorade Endurance Formula.
You're watching FSN West.
FSN West presents Angels Baseball, brought to you by Coors Light, the coldest tasting beer in the world, and by GMC. We are professional grade. The Angels enjoying their 8th straight sellout of the season and 20th of their last 29 home games. It's a 3-3 score with the Devil Rays and the Angels. They've got hitters 3, 4, and 5 coming up here in the bottom of the 6th. Jeff DeVannen, who's been the action guy for the Angels, he's walked and singled, stolen a base, also went to 2nd and then to 3rd on a wild pitch error and scored the Angels' 3rd run in the sacrifice fly by Vlad Guerrero. Takes a rip, lifts it foul, 1 ball, 1 strike.
DeVannen has been the Joey Gathright of the Angels tonight. at that. 1 for 1. He's got a stolen base, 2 runs scored.
The Angels need a bit more than Guerrero and Anderson. It just seems like the offense feeds off those 2 guys, but they need a lift from Figgins and Cabrera and Devannon to the top. Erstad, Finley not playing tonight. Erstad because of injury. And here is Jeff going center field. Gathright backing up, makes the catch.
No, they've got to get a contribution from everybody in that lineup offensively from 1 through 9. That's the way the Angels go. Now their batting average with runners in scoring position is the best in baseball, 292. That's excellent. So they get the timely hits, but sometimes when they shut down their offense, they don't have any power to pick them up. When they go down, usually all of them go down.
Angels just 11th out of 14 teams in the power department with home runs. And Guerrero has 21 of the 91 home runs that the Angels have hit this year. Waechter catches the inside corner with Vlad Guerrero, a 1-1 count. Well, that kind of backed him off the plate. Scott Shields, who hasn't pitched since Sunday, starting to warm up in the Angels' pen. We did see Paul Byrd, when he finished the 6th inning and only threw 5 pitches, come in to tell Mike Scioscia, I feel great, I feel great. So he might go back out there for the 7th. But if he gets in trouble, Mike Scioscia may quickly go to Scott Shields. Ooh, Waechter has struck out Vlad Guerrero twice in this game.
Chuck Hernandez, pitching coach for Doug Waechter and the D-Rays. Since 2003, Angels coach. He's 12 years with the Angels, and here in the big leagues during 93 and 96, spends a lot of time with Waechter in the offseason. Talking about how he's been breaking his hands. See how he's breaking them at the waist now. He used to break them up over his head, and what would happen is that would leave the ball up in the zone. So he broke him down in Tampa after the season was over and had him go over to the little schoolyard and work on his mechanics. Look at that. That's a nice changeup right there. But Waechter, he had been leaving the ball up in the zone, and when you're not overpowering, you're going to get pounded. 15 home runs given up, including Cabrera's tonight.
And last year, Rex, he gave up 20 home runs in 70 innings. And only 2 other pitchers in Major League history have finished with a worse ratio. But he's allowed only 1 his last 5 starts, 5 games, I should say. There's a ground ball scooped nicely by Lee. And Anderson is out. And the Angels with their 3-4-5 go up. Guys up, go quietly in the 6th.
It's a summer of high-caliber thrills at Knott's. SoCal residents save big on admission.
More bang for your buck.
Start a new journey. Chart a new course. Go a new way. Discover the new Infinities at the Infinity Limited Engagement Summer Event. See your Infinity dealer for attractive lease and finance rates. But don't wait too long, because like summer, Infinity's limited engagement won't last forever.
Hi, Bill Walton here for Infinity of Mission Viejo. Infinity of Mission Viejo strives to make the experience of owning an Infinity just as extraordinary as driving one. Continuing to excite you, Infinity has delivered their finest yet, the all-new Infinity M. Come see Orange County's largest selection of all the hot new Infinities. Infinity of Mission Viejo right off I-5 at the Avery Parkway exit in Mission Viejo. And don't forget, tell them Bill Walton sent you.
The morning. Call now and get 50% off for up to a year when you subscribe to the Register. It's nice, it's easy, just like your mornings should be. Call 1-866-READ-OCR.
You're watching FSN West.
Paul Byrd's evening is over. Quality start, 3 runs in 6 innings. 2 runs were earned, 4 strikeouts, but he ties his season high with 3 walks in the game.
Now just one of them ended up scoring. He's only human.
Well, the Caravana is coming your way, and again, there's a change in the location tomorrow, so please do not show up at the previous location. Just come to Angel Stadium, adjacent to the home plate gate from 10 a.m. to noon. Again, tomorrow's Angels Caravana will take place at Angel Stadium by the Big Hats from 10 a.m. to noon. Scheduled to appear John Lackey, Juan Rivera, Jose Mota, and Terry Smith. Scott Shields comes out of the pen. He was chomping at the bit to get back in there. He's had 4 days off. He has thrown the second most high games in the American League this year with 53. Only Tom Gordon has thrown more for the New York Yankees with 54, and Shields gets the first pitch across to Toby Hall, strike 1.
Well, he should be good and lively tonight. Okay, sometimes when he's a little bit strong, his ball's going to be up in the zone. He's got a sinker at 95. There it is. That's a 2-seamer at 93, but missed somewhere. He's got a slider, curve, and a change. Extremely effective, smooth, and not too many guys get hits off him.
And then he comes back with a breaking ball after going in and out with the fastball.
League's only hitting 190 off of him.
A 2.2 earned run average, gets a lot of strikeouts because of that good fastball and of course the breaking ball you just saw. A chopper. Izturis has to hustle and gets his man by a couple of steps.
That's a nice play. Not easy. Toby Hall, not the quickest guy, but still, when you're coming in running and trying to field a ball that's going to be a short hop to you and glove it and then put it back in your hand, that takes skills to do that on the dead run.
Shields now will face Nick Green. He's popped up and walked. Ball 1 high. Angels have an excellent pen. Their starters are #1 in the American League. They came in with a 3.82 earned run average. And the bullpen at 3.34, 4th lowest ERA as pens go in the AL. But many say that Scott Shields is the best setup man in baseball, and Frankie Rodriguez, very good closer. Angels pen was worn out on that last road trip where the Angels went 1-5. And when you have 3 extra inning games and one that goes 18 innings, well, yes, they will be overtaxed. That bullpen gave up 12 runs the last 5 2/3 innings of that road trip. And you see what they had done, just 7 earned runs the previous almost 50 innings. Brendan Donnelly, so important. It's part of Mike Scioscia's triangle of Donnelly, Shields, and Francisco Rodriguez. Well, here is a 1-out walk. The walks have hurt the Angels in this game. Or excuse me, a strikeout on the outside corner, so I beg your pardon.
Well, he walked like he was going to first base, but he knew it. That's right down the middle on the outside part of the plate. He's going off.
There's Jim Wolf calling him out.
It's belt high, but you know, he wasn't walking down that line. He's walking right back to the dugout.
He deked me.
It's all right. But he knew he wasn't going to put up an argument there.
Well, here comes trouble. Joey Gathright, he's been on 3 times, and every time he's been on, you can feel the pressure in the stadium. This guy is so fast. He doubled, scored a run on the throwing error by Paul Byrd in the first inning. Walk, stole second base. And then went to third in the throwing error by Benji Molina. He singled back in the 5th inning, and because there was a player in front of him at second base, he couldn't steal the base.
It's the best thing to do. Clog the bases before he gets out there. Corners are in. But he, you know, Scott Shields just kind of threw him a little lollipop curveball right there. Sometimes when you throw fastballs to guys like this, he knows his strengths, and power's not one of them for Gathright. So he's just going to kind of slap at the ball. Look at those girls.
Low strike, and Shields has the edge. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're seeing a lot more of that at the ballpark these days. Fans coming, painting their faces, wearing pom-poms in their hair. Everybody dressed in red.
Do whatever they want. They just keep those sellouts coming.
And a sellout crowd tonight, the 8th in a row.
Fantastic.
There they are.
The ball looks about that big to the D-Rays. Past 7 games, they've been raking. Birdman kind of slowed him down some tonight, though. Only gave up 4 hits to him. On to Paul Byrd.
Will he hook him?
You know what? 1 and 2. He might throw a little slide piece on him here. See what he can do with that, or keep that 2-seamer. Maybe he'll start that 2-seamer on the inside part of the plate. Try to get a strikeout. Ooh.
Well, you are correct, sir. He tried to do that, but it didn't come back inside and catch the inside corner, although he does get Gathright to move his feet, which may open up the outer half.
Like he kind of grabbed his side a little bit, trying to get out of the way of that. Gets out of the way. Watch him how he grabs his side.
Well, it's a 3-2 count. You can't fool around with this guy.
No, they're pitching him like he's some phenom. Throw him strikes and let him put it in play. Take your chances. Big hole up the middle, though. Cabrera and Esturris are playing him heavy to the left side. Look at that hole.
Ground ball is Turris. Take your chances. He hits it at somebody. A 5-3 out. Shields with a shutout 7th inning. When we come back, Molina, Kochman, is Turris.
Tonight on the SCSR, we are calling all Angels. Hear from the Halos after their game against the D-Rays. One-on-one with Jeremy Roenick, who fuels the fire in Anaheim. Plus, how close are the Lakers to getting a starting guard? The SCSR next.
Hey, Carl. How's the original ciabatta burger doing?
Great. People love the juicy jumbo patty topped with green leaf lettuce, red onions, tomatoes, pickles, and a zesty sauce on our lightly toasted ciabatta bread.
Are people having trouble pronouncing ciabatta?
Nope. I did this in-store point-of-sale thing to help them.
Can I take your order?
So how's that going?
Good.
Last month, nearly 30,000 California families made history when they became part of the Ford family. Now, the Ford family plan has been extended, and once again, you have a chance to own a Ford at the same low price our employees pay, plus valuable cash rebates. Your Ford dealer is waiting with a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, including select 06 models. A chance to drive what you want at a price you never thought you'd see. The Ford family plan. Don't miss it.
For 10 years now, cars have been telling you about...
There's that saying...
Chevron with Techron. Chevron with Techron.
Chevron with Techron.
And it turns out, they knew what they were talking about. Because when BMW, GM, Honda, and Toyota established a tough standard for gasoline called Top Tier, Chevron with Techron was the first gasoline designated.
In car talk, that's big stuff.
Devil Rays, Angels tied at 3. Bring the whole family out to Angel Stadium on Sundays. Enjoy Family Sundays presented by Cragen Auto Parts. Tickets start as low as $9 for adults and $5 for kids. And kids can enjoy face painters and balloon artists in the left field family pavilion. Plus, all kids 12 and under will be invited down to the field level after the game to run the bases. Purchase your tickets for any Sunday home game at angelsbaseball.com. Here's a drive by Molina, and he drives it out of the yard. Rex, I couldn't say that promo fast enough.
Hey, you knew by the sound of the bat hitting that ball that there was some good contact made. Benji Molina, who in his last at-bat scorched one to the right field side. Let's listen. Oh, that's a beautiful sound if you're a hitter. Pitchers, they don't like that, but you know, that's an elevated fastball. Benji catches it for his 11th home run of the year. Wow, perfect form on it.
Now Casey Kochman, he was out early with Mickey Hatcher taking early BP. Molina hit 10 a ball last year, already has 11 as we just begin the month of August 5th today. Kochman takes outside. Waechter getting a little wild. He is 2-0 with Kochman, who has a good eye. Well, you like to see Molina, somebody right-handed power hit behind Garrett Anderson.
Yep, that's a nice combination. Mike Scioscia tinkers with that order occasionally to try to find the right guys.
Maybe Garrett will start to see better pitches with Molina behind him and hitting like he has this year, batting near 300. Chuck Hernandez on the phone getting the bullpen busy as the Angels have reclaimed the lead at 4-3. And Waechter has fallen behind Casey Kochman, 2 balls and no strikes. Casey takes a rip, hits it high in the air, deep to right field, and that is his first Angel home run.
Pitching coach Chuck Hernandez couldn't get on the phone fast enough to get somebody up. That's back-to-back jacks. Molina, now Kochman. Watch this. He wanted it down and away, but it was up and in, right in Kochman's wheelhouse. And I gotta believe Kochman knew it. Watch him put his head down. Whenever you see a hitter put your head down like that, you kind of got a good idea. That's out of here.
Rex, you know what I also like is Mike Scioscia's decision to let him swing on 2-0. A lot of times, knowing the pitcher's getting a little wild, but Mike Scioscia wanted to give the guy confidence. He let him take a rip on a 2-0 pitch when he knew it was going to be good.
Wow. And that'll send the fireworks up. Put the Angels up by 2. Nice shot by Koch.
First in his career and his first hit of the season.
First big fly. Beautiful. That's a way to get off the schneid.
Trevor Miller, left-hander, warming up in the Tampa Bay pen. Meiser is Turris up now with the Angels back in front by 2. Oakland won tonight, 5-4 over Kansas City. Molina breaks the tie, and then Kochman gives him a little bit of insurance. As Turris hits it pretty well to center field. Gathright, though, just drifting back and makes the catch. And there's 1 man out in the last of the 7th inning. Well, the Angels bullpen completely rested, and they've asked Scott Shields to go 2 innings tonight and then hand the baseball to Francisco Rodriguez, who has equal numbers of days of rest, 4. Both pitched on Sunday.
Now that lucky fan up there who caught Kochman's ball probably has no idea that that was Kochman's first major league home run. And Koch will probably want that ball.
Adam Kennedy with a smash that Nick Green makes a nice play on for the 2nd out.
So, you know, Kennedy, he's robbed his share of hitters from base hits this season. And now he gets one taken from him. Nice play right here by Nick Green. Flags it, olays it, does all he can to keep it in his glove. Cradled it nicely.
Sean Figgins up. Down in the dirt. Well, Francisco Rodriguez actually has 1 more day of rest than Scott Shields. Shields did pitch on Sunday. I was just going back and checking my scorebook, and Frankie was given that Sunday off. I remember it. Wait a second. Frankie pitched. There's a line drive to left field. Waechter hit hard in the 7th inning. 2 of those left the yard. Benji Molina goes deep left center, and Casey Kochman in the seats and right for his big league first home run. Memories.
Oh yeah, he's got a little in him. And her. And them. Now you never quite know who it's gonna be.
from IT, your dental hygienist, your best friend's mother. And when you see them, it will become instantly clear that they've all got a little captain in them. Got a little captain in you?
Drink responsibly. Last month, nearly 30,000 California families made history when they became part of the Ford family. Now, the Ford family plan has been extended, and once again, you have a chance to own a Ford at the same low price our employees pay, plus valuable cash rebates. Your Ford dealer is waiting with a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, including select 06 models. A chance to drive what you want at a price you never thought you'd see. The Ford family plan. Don't miss it.
The veteran, the rookie, both go deep and break a 3-3 tie, give the Angels a 5-3 edge as we go to the top of the 8th inning. For Casey Kotchman, the man in the right, his first major league home run into the seats, right field. Carl Crawford will lead things off. Scott Shields the batter, and Crawford takes outside for a ball.
Well, that's nice for Kotchman, especially since he's getting a start at first base. Erstad with that sore hip could be day to day, but anyway, Kotchman wanting to impress some people while he's up here.
And Mike Scioscia really felt when he was recalled from the minor leagues the first time he was trying to do too much. He said he is a line drive hitter right now. The home runs will come. He is only 22 years old. He had a marvelous spring. Remember, he led the Angels in hitting. And he said he was staying within himself in spring. But when he went down to AAA, he said, you know what, I need to have more power to get to the big leagues, and tried to swing for the home runs and only hit 192 in April.
You know what, he just concentrates on his game. He's got a real nice stroke, 300 hitter potentially in the big leagues, and the power will come, just like Garrett Anderson. I can use Don Mattingly as an example. I saw both of those players, Garrett and Donnie, when they were young, and they were all good singles doubles type hitters, but they didn't start hitting for power till they got to the major leagues. Once they, not exactly the first year either. It takes you like a year or two in the big leagues to find out what pitch is yours and which ones you can handle. Drive out of the yard, but don't change a thing when you got that swing.
Crawford hits it to Kennedy. One down. Good to keep the speed off the base pass. Our Jack in the Box game summary. Kotchman hits his first big fly in his 47th major league game. And the Angels also have home runs from Cabrera and Molina. So the Angels came in just 11th in the AAL in home runs, and they have belted 3. Byrd, quality start, 2 earned runs in 6 innings, and Shields in line for the victory after a shutout 7th inning. Byrd did a nice job giving the Angels a chance, keeping them in the game. And now Jorge Cantu. Pulls the cap down tight.
He does. I gotta ask him tomorrow what that's all about. And how about his last name Cantu? How about cannot Cantu?
Well,
cannot Cantu.
Scott Shields is trying for the cannot version.
You ever seen a hitter's helmet down that low?
Never. Because, you know, remember David Eckstein? At shortstop, he didn't want to crown the bill of his cap. He wanted it flat because he said even seeing the edges bothered him. He said, I just wanted a clear view of that baseball coming my way, whether it was at the plate or at shortstop.
Ooh,
that is up and in.
Watch out for that one.
Break him away.
That's what usually they'll do after a pitch like that, up high and tight. Because that hitter, that's in his mind, the hitter. It's like, whoa, that was a little bit close, man. He didn't like that up under his chin like that.
Yeah, he did. He went away and he ripped that fastball by him at 94 miles an hour. And Cantu cannot in this at bat.
Yep. Not when you're facing a guy like Scott Shields, who's a little bit unpredictable, but there's that sneaky fastball. That was in Molina's glove when Cantu swung. Had him looking for the slider.
It's funny listening to Scott Shields and Jared Washburn talk about their mechanics. They say, how the heck did we make it to the big leagues? We have the worst mechanics in the game. Right now, Jared on the DL, but he has been such a quality starter in his career with the Angels, and Shields one of the top setup men in the game. And he faces 6. He gets all 6 outs. One of the top setup men in the game. Nobody gets on base against Scott Shields tonight.
Whether you like Jack Daniels mixed, straight, or on the rocks, there's really only one way to drink it. Responsibly.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, I'd like to return these checks. You put the bank's address on them instead of mine.
Okay, that's a new printing fee, a transaction fee, and of course a conversation fee.
Conversation fee?
We'll have to charge you for this little chat we're having. 3 pronouns, 7 verbs.
What?
Oh, emotional outburst fee. Well, those can be steep. You'll have to write us a check.
Fed up with fees? Try Washington Mutual. Our free checking has no teller fees, no fine print, no surprises.
There you go. Have to charge you for that.
Washington Mutual.
This is too big to miss. Employee Pricing Plus for everyone at Foothill Ranch Chrysler Jeep Dodge. During this incredible event, you pay what we pay on all 2005 models, plus rebates up to $3,500. And for a limited time only, we'll include free lifetime oil changes. Buy now and save with Employee Pricing Plus. Come in today and see why Foothill Ranch is the #1 Chrysler Jeep Dodge dealer in Orange County 2 years in a row, and the #1 volume Chrysler 300 dealer in the U.S.
Ever wonder what a home theater from Real-Time Sight and Sound would look and sound like in your home? You know, a seamless integration of incredible audio and video at your fingertips. Custom designed and installed with trusted brand name components to fit your lifestyle and budget. Well, stop imagining and let Real-Time help bring you a whole new dimension to the way your family is entertained. Visit Real-Time Sight and Sound at PCH and Golden Lantern in Dana Point.
Watching FSN West.
Benji Molina going deep. Wow, his 11th home run, a solo shot. That gave the Angels the lead, and they weren't done. The next batter, Casey Kochman steps up and goes yay, yay for his first big league dinger. Way up in there in the right field bleachers. Maybe he'll get that souvenir back. The fireworks went off. That's where we are right now. Angels up by a couple.
Molina's awfully big, breaking that 3-3 tie. Kochman gives him a little bit of a cushion. Scott Shields did his job for 2 innings and in line for the victory. And now Benji will watch the top of the order. Number 2, 3, and 4 hitters Cabrera, Devannon, and Guerrero go in the 8th. New pitcher is Jesus Colomé. Came up in the Oakland organization, traded to Tampa Bay. He has had some right shoulder problems throughout his career in the DL for that last year, and most recently coming off the DL July 22nd because of right shoulder problems.
Yeah, and before those shoulder problems, this guy used to throw 100 miles an hour, man. He threw some gasoline. But Colomé now, they have him around 92 to 96. That's still above average. Slider and a changeup. ERA is a little bit high, but hey, got that gas. Sometimes you just take your chances with it and fire it in there. It almost has a little like a 3/4 sidearm delivery.
And looks like that would cause a little pressure on your shoulder. I mean, the way he slings the ball to the plate. He's got a righty here, then a switch hitter batting from the left side, Jeff Devannon, and a right-hander, Vlad Guerrero. Strike right down Broadway.
That's a firm gas now. His former hitter, I like to watch the pitcher. Now, he just shook his glove. He kind of wiggled the bottom fingers in his glove, trying to trick the hitter, thinking maybe that's a breaking ball grip, but he came with the fastball. See what he does now. He's shaking it again.
Fastball again.
Right. So, you know, there's little head games that happen all the time. The pitcher tries to deceive the hitter with his windup, sure, but there's tendencies, though, that a hitter will look for and watch to see if he gets in any kind of pattern. And if a hitter knows what's coming, he's got a little bit better chance to hit it. Doesn't mean he's going to, but at least he's got an idea. See how he does that? It's like he's trying to get a different grip.
That's a fair ball down the right field line. Cabrera will stop at first base. Now he goes as it's bobbled by the right fielder, and Cabrera takes second base. So this could be the third error of the game, where the Tampa Bay Devil Rays will wait for the ruling call from Ed Munson.
Our jack-in-the-box game reset is definitely Cabrera here. Going deep in his first at-bat on the first pitch he saw. His 5th ding-dong of the year. Look at it. Yeah. Cabrera. And he mixes in another knock right there. He's really taken off in that number 2 hole. He likes hitting in that top of the order. And he's showing it. Wants to stay there.
It's an action spot, and he really feels like added pressure, focus is better for him when he's asked to do more. He really has not been in sync all year long, but maybe his history will show the same. And Devannon, there, this throw behind. Now they have Cabrera caught in a rundown. And they tag him out. Well, Devannon could not get the bunt down, and Cabrera's lead was too aggressive.
Yeah, it's a tough place to be when you're a runner. You really got to be on the fine line there. You don't want to get overcommitted, but you want to wait and see the ball down. He overcommitted. He was trying to get a little break on that, and the ball was way too far outside for Devannon to go for. So Cabrera tries to stay in the rundown long enough and pulls up after the 3rd throw.
Angels have had a tough time bunting in the second half of the season. They've missed a couple of suicide squeeze opportunities and sacrifices, and now Devannon ropes one to right field. So Jeff on base for the 3rd time with a walk, a single, and now another single. And had Cabrera been at second base, he would have come home and given the Angels a 3-run lead. Angels have to tighten up in the last 2 months of the season. They currently have a half-game lead on the Oakland A's, who have been playing remarkable baseball in the second half, and winners of their 35th game in their last 43 contests. 35-8 their last 43 games. Beat KC by 1 tonight. Vlad Guerrero up. He swings and sends it out of play. Angels now with 9 hits in the game to go with their 5 runs.
Colomé, he's just coming in there with the hard gas. You know, looking back on Devannon's bunt, that was not a must get the bunt down. It was a pitch that was a foot outside. That was a Cabrera mistake, a little bit too far off. So you can't ask Devannon to bunt a pitch that's that far out. But still, you're right. They need to kind of tighten up their game a little bit.
The runner goes, and Devannon has another stolen base, his 2nd of the game and his 11th this year. He'll be back in there tomorrow, I believe. Up, they got a left-hander going, Mark Hendrickson, so we'll see.
Doesn't matter. He's hitting great off of lefties this year.
Yep.
In 18 at-bats. Looking at him peek back, seeing if Vladdy was going to swing the bat, but he gets in position there. Toby Hall has thrown out 33% of the runners this year, which is not bad. He's had 34 stolen bases successful against him. Got to get some help from your pitchers, though.
Off the glove, only play first base. Devannon moves to 3rd in the play, but 2 outs now. Garrett Anderson comes up. He singled a drive and a run back in the 1st inning. His next 2 times up, he flied to left field and grounded out. Lou Piniella coming out. He wants a lefty-lefty situation here and keeping the game at a 2-run difference. Francisco Rodriguez now warming up in the Angels bullpen. Well rested. He's had almost a week off. Last time Frankie pitched was a week ago, last Saturday at Yankee Stadium against New York. And he, like the rest of the pen, had been used so much in 3 extra inning games that he was well taxed and very wild in a wild 9th inning that the Angels lost to the Yankees.
Well, I'm sure Lou Piniella knows that Garrett's a .338 hitter against left-handers, and right-handers he's hitting just .264. So, hey, go ahead and bring the lefty in. Oh, he's not.
He's leaving him out there. He's leaving the right-hander out there to face GA. Hey, don't miss out on an amazing giveaway on Sunday as your Angels take on the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. All fans ages 2 through 18 will be treated to a free Steve Finley replica jersey t-shirt, compliments of Kleenex and Radio Disney 1110 AM. Tickets are very, very limited, so log on to angelsbaseball.com and purchase your tickets now. Well, here's the reason why. Colomé will intentionally walk Garrett Anderson to get to the right-handed batter Benji Molina. There's Steve Finley. He's been given the next 2 days off, tonight and tomorrow night when a left-hander throws, and will be back out there on Sunday against Seth McClung when all the fans will get those t-shirts. And believe it, Finley's such a pro. There's nobody hurt more than he is the way he has performed this year. But that right shoulder problem developed some bad habits, and he's trying to break those now.
But he has no shoulder problems now. Mike Scioscia told us that today before the games. Shoulder's not the issue. He's going to just try to work on some things, but he's not going to drastically overhaul his swing either.
Well, Benji Molina has been swinging a hot bat and 2 hits in this game, and last time up the game was tied at 3 until this happened.
Oh, the sweet stroke. Be some nice insurance there. Benji likes a good fastball, and he's going to get one from Colomé.
Good speed at third, Jeff Devannon. Garrett Anderson, first base. Benji Molina now batting .301. Takes a rip at the first pitch, pops it up. Over is Travis Lee. He's got a room. He reaches in, makes the catch, and the inning is over. So to the 9th inning we go. And it is that time of the night. Francisco Rodriguez with his 25 saves, going for a number 26 at the Big A.
Hey, good to see you. Barry LeBrock, Mark Gubas after the game on the SCSR. Interviews and reaction from the stadium, plus Gooby will break it down.
Well, Barry, Benji Molina is starting to take over as the team captain. Yesterday, a little bit upset the way the team played, took it upon himself to take the Angels to that next level, to base hit and a home run. We're going to break that down after the game.
We'll have your Angels talk. We'll have Dodgers. We also go one-on-one with Jeremy Roenick, who fuels the fire of the rivalry in Anaheim. Plus, how close are the Lakers to getting a starting point guard? All that coming right up. First, though, enjoy the 9th inning. See you later.
Every day is a wonderful day at the Disneyland 50th anniversary. Come celebrate with us.
Hey, taxi! So where's the best place to get a Jack Daniels in this town?
No problem.
Here you go. Nice bar.
Many of the designer suits that we sell for $200 are made with the same quality and care as those that others sell for twice as much. Need a suit?
Men's Warehouse.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
FSN West presents Angels Baseball, brought to you by Jack's new Bacon and Cheese Ciabatta Burger and Original Ciabatta Burger. Experience Ciabatta. And by Jack Daniels, crafted with care. Please enjoy it the same way. The 8th straight sellout, the 28th of the year. The Angels with a marvelous crowd tonight. And some fireworks as the Angels hit 3 home runs tonight throughout the season. Coors Brewing Company will be making a donation to Navidad and El Barrio for each Angel home run hit. Navidad and El Barrio delivers more than 20,000 food baskets to needy families in Southern California each year. Yeah, they live for this at the ballpark. Everybody dressed in red trying to nail down the Angels' 63rd win of the year. Hold their one-game lead over the A's in the American League West. And here's Francisco Rodriguez, who has 2 blown saves in his last 3 chances after converting 13 straight saves. He was tired last weekend. And here is Francisco going against Julio Lugo, Johnny Gomes, and Travis Lee. Well, Frankie always trying to get better, and he went and looked at videotape after Saturday's loss to the Yankees, and after reviewing the video of the game, he found out he was opening his front shoulder too much, and that resulted in his throwing the ball from the side rather than from over the top. So that's why he was so wild on Saturday when he walked 4 in the ninth. He doesn't look wild tonight. It's a great slider in there for a strike.
Yep. You know, he's going to go through his mechanical difficulties with that high leg kick. He's got such a fling with that leg, and it's easy to pull your shoulder out when you throw that leg. So I've got a high maintenance windup.
Beautiful pitch, and he strikes out Lugo on 3 pitches.
I mean, it's just a nasty slider. Not many guys hit it unless it's hung. Look at that form. Watch how that leg comes back over. Arm follows. Nice dip to it. It goes back across the rubber and then back down and out across with his leg.
That's what he worked with Bud Black on, and he said, I just have to stay behind on my leg a little bit. He and Bud Black worked on it before Tuesday's game, Hud, and it looks like they've got it corrected. He's thrown 4 pitches, and all have been located perfectly.
The way Oakland's playing, they'll need him to finish games. Can't afford too many disasters like in New York. Last 2 games, squandering 2 4-run leads. That's highly unlikely and unheard of by an Angel bullpen.
You think that was residual fatigue from that 18-inning game?
Could have been, but Bud Black, I heard him before the game on Saturday saying that he thinks the bullpen's fine. He thought the pin was fine. That was on Saturday.
Just barely missing outside to Johnny Gomes. Got to watch out for this kid. He's got big-time power.
Yeah, this kid hit the roof of the Tropicana Dome in dead center field earlier this year. Never been done.
Fastball low, and the count goes to 3-1. Rodriguez does not want to lose a guy and bring up Travis Lee, a veteran. Bring the tying run to the plate. Angels lead it 5-3. Great way to start this 3-game series against Tampa Bay if they can nail down the victory. Well, he popped it up on a 3-1 count. Cabrera or Kennedy, it's Orlando taking over and making the catch. 2 out now in the 9th inning. Coming up next, the Southern California Sports Report. And of course, we will be talking about this game 1 of the series and also about tomorrow's game. Mark Hendrickson will go against rookie Chris Buchek, who really deserved the win last Sunday, pitching so well against the New York Yankees. Lou Piniella saw his 6-game win streak come to an end just yesterday. Frankie facing Travis Lee. Lee has walked, struck out looking, and fly to center. Lee hits it a mile to right and pulls the Devil Rays to within 1.
Third home run given up this year to a left-handed bat by Frankie. and didn't fool him with that fastball either. Now, it was down the middle, but he's not throwing his 94 to 95. That pitch was at 91 miles an hour, so Travis Lee was able to catch up to it. So his velocity's down a few miles per hour.
He only allowed 2 home runs last year. He has allowed 4 this season. Popped up. This should do it. Cabrera makes the catch. You can light up that halo because the Angels win the opener with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Rodriguez nails down his 26th save. And what do you say we give the Gatorade to Casey Kochman, his first career home run, and it winds up being the game-winning blast that is the difference in the game. Shields with the victory. Waechter takes the loss. That will do it from Angel Stadium. For my partner Rex Hudler, I'm Steve Physiak. Now let's go to the Southern California Sports Report with Barry LeBrock and Mark Gubazov. Cabrera ties the game with a solo home run. There's the speed of Gaff Wright again. Wow. Molina brings it out of the yard, and that is his first Angel home run.
Welcome to the SCSR, presented by your local Hyundai dealers.
Hey there, good to see you. Welcome to the weekend. It is Friday night. We are hanging out. Mark Gubazov, Barry LeBrock, the Angels tonight, winners. Nice little bounce-back win over Tampa Bay.
Well, yesterday, I mean, they talked about the fact they weren't quite ready to be able to play that ball game, but today they hit 3 home runs. They're ranked 12th in the American League as far as home runs, but they came through with 3 today. Paul Byrd, not his best stuff, but pitched good enough to be able to win a ball game. And Scott Shields was unbelievable once again, 6 up, 6 down. They did the little things. They played some decent defense, stole some bases, played Angel baseball. They were able to win.
I know we're talking about the bullpen now kind of working backwards, but K-Rod in the 9th also. You don't want to put a guy on base, so he grooved one to Travis Lee, and that's the reason why it's 5-4 final. Now back out to the ballpark. Let's go to Bill McDonald down with the guest at the stadium. Billy.
All right, thank you, Barry. By the way, Barry, love the haircut. Looks great. Let's talk to Benji Molina now, one of the heroes. Obviously had the home run to put the team ahead. But first, let's talk in general. You know, Tampa Bay once again deep in the standings, but playing well since the All-Star break. So you knew that it was a pretty pesky ball club coming in.
Yes, of course. I mean, they're the kind of club that they can come back anytime and get you. You saw all those speedy guys and all those guys that can hit the long ball. So we know that, and we all just got to keep playing hard.
You don't like to see all those speedy guys, do you, coming in the lineup?
Sometimes it's a challenge for us. Sometimes it's fun. I want to because I want to see where I am. Before that, we didn't have many guys stealing against us. So that is fun.
Break down Byrd tonight. He walked, what, 3 guys, which is uncharacteristic for him. How was his stuff?
Well, he was a little bit wild. He was missing over the play a little bit too much. That's not him at all. You guys know it. All we need to do is go back to bases. I mean, go back and talk and tell him to just throw the ball where he knows how.
We've seen Waechter pretty well. Before the home run, you hit it pretty deep to right field. You got a pretty good look at him.
Well, we never seen that guy.
Yeah.
So all we seen is video inside. I try to just let the ball travel and use my hands.
All right, tell me about that home run. You jumped on it early in the count, obviously.
Well, I was thinking that 7th inning, he was probably trying to get a hit. And I said to myself, if he's going to try to get ahead with a fastball, I'm going to be on it.
Hey, last thing, just thinking about these 2 months ahead. Oakland's not going to go away. You guys have got to get healthy, everybody. I mean, it's just going to be a grueling last couple of months, isn't it?
I think we know that. I think we know when we knew it coming up to the season. And we knew that Oakland and Seattle and Texas, we knew that they were going to be there. So this is not a one-team division. All we got to do now is just try to keep playing hard and forget about those guys.
As always, appreciate it. Go grab a shower.
Thank you.
All right, Benji Molina had a big home run tonight. By the way, Dallas McPherson's rehab assignment continued tonight with Rancho Cucamonga. The game was still going on last I heard, but he was 1 for 3, had a double, a couple of strikeouts, which means now in 10 at-bats in his 3 games, he has 3 hits, and obviously just working back into the lineup. We're going to be back with more interviews a little bit later on. Hopefully, talking to Casey Kochman, who had his first ever Major League home run, and it proved to be the difference. Right now, though, Barry, Gooby, let's go back to you.
All right, Billy, thanks. Big night for Casey. And thanks for the compliment, by the way, Billy. Always,
good, man.
I won't give him my cell phone number, so he talks to me on the air. All right, let's go down and see how it played out in Anaheim with the Angels starting their series with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. The new king, Jeremy Roenick, Throwing out the first pitch. That was a little missed reaction. Oh, look, kick save and a beauty. Glove save and a beauty. Bottom first, Angels already trailing 1-0, Orlando Cabrera.
Boy, I think he likes hitting that number 2 slide. A little bit of power right there. A little fastball trying to come inside on him. Turned on it, goes yard to give him a little tie ball game right there after Tampa Bay had scored a crazy run.
OC going deep in the OC. Garrett Anderson, 3 batters later to right. Jeff Vannon trots home from third. Angels go up 2-1. Moving down to the top of the fourth, Devil Rays down a couple. Aubrey Huff, this guy mentioned in trade rumors left and right.
Yeah, I mean, he's finally got the power stroke going. He's hitting very well over 300 in the second half. Break a ball on the outside corner, try to go backdoor and got too much at the plate. Paul Byrd's not quite locating his pitching today.
Masur turns the shot in the gap to center. Look at the catch. Beautifully done. Joey gapped right, the dive and grab, robbing Asturis of a hit. Bottom 7 now tied at 3. Benji Molina. Nobody's going to rob him of this one, Mark.
No, look at it. He's having a great year. His 11th home run on the season. Career high is 14, so he's on pace to break that for the Halos this season.
Yeah, Molina hitting over 300, 11 home runs, 46 RBIs. Now next batter, Casey Kochman has never homered until now.
In 47 games either. I mean, that's finally, you know, it's always wondering if he's ever going to develop that power. He didn't really have it in the minor leagues, but that was a fastball in, turned on it. He's a big guy. Maybe he will develop some power.
K-Rod gave up 1 in the 9th, but it was not enough. 5-4, your final score. The Angels take care of the Devil Rays, 5 runs on 9 hits. The Angels had won 17 of the last 20 against the Rays in Anaheim. Pretty good. Now it is 18 of 21. Pretty solid outing all around. 5 guys, by the way, 5 different guys knocked in all 5 runs for the Angels. Total team effort tonight. But the guy I want to talk about is Benji Molina, the guy who talked to Bill McDonald. Doesn't look like a baseball player, but does everything right.
Well, Barry, now I can understand why catchers end up being managers in the big leagues. The majority of the managers are catchers when they played during their career. But, you know, yesterday, really upset about the fact that he didn't feel this club was ready to play that day game yesterday against Baltimore and ended up losing. He sets a tone early here, a little break ball right here, base hit. Got the Angels going here with an opportunity to get back in the ballgame when they were down 1-0. Gets them that 2-1 lead. Swinging the bat for him. Again, here we showed the home run. Big bomb there to left field. Again, it's not necessarily always what he does with the bat. He did a great job of handling Paul Byrd, who did not have great command of his fastball or his breakable today. It's his leadership up there. It's taking him to that next level. He said, listen, guys, we got to start playing the game that we're supposed to. We can't give games away. Oakland's right on their tail the whole time, so we got to go out there and play and perform and be focused every single game, and that's what you want out of your catcher, and he's certainly doing that for them.
You know, we've watched a ton of games together. You always talk about the pitchers, comment on their stuff, what they have, what they don't have. You were particularly impressed tonight with Scott Shields.
Well, I mean, he was incredible, especially Barry coming back from that tough road trip there, and of course in Toronto, and then a really bad time there in New York to come back. Shields, he's got some of the best stuff in baseball. Opponent's batting average about 190 against him. But look at this fastball. He always talks about that dry spitter. He holds it on the leather, no seams at all. That's why he generates such tremendous movement. Gets a lot of little weak ground balls at 91 to 93. Can even rush it up there, up into the mid-90s. You can see right there, 94 miles an hour, painting it on the outside corner. I love what Scott Shields can do for this club. That's why everybody, when they talk trades with the Angels, wants Scott Shields first and foremost. Him and Sean Figgins are the 2 guys everybody wants. But I would not trade Scott Shields for anybody. This guy bridges the gap to K-Rod, can keep you in ball games, and he has an above-average fastball, a good breaking ball. And above all, he can throw every night for you.
Super effective once again tonight. Should we even bother checking in on the A's? Is there any chance this team lost?
No. Well, they're playing the Royals, so there's probably a good chance they didn't lose.
The A's, they're winning every night, it seems. Let's see what happened tonight with the Royals. The Angels, of course, came into the night with a 1-game lead over the hard charge in Oakland Athletics. Bottom 5 tied at 1. John Buck goes opposite field off Kirk Sarloos. Buck 7th of the year, and the Royals, Gooby, are up 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way to win. Zach Greinke on the hill, who's been pitching better of late, but no, against Dan Johnson here, who's been crushing the ball. Where the Oakland A's goes yard, little 2-run shot, all of a sudden they're back in the ball game.
Dan Johnson, another one of these guys that came out of nowhere for Oakland. And here's how the winning run scored. The wild pitch, Eric Chavez trots in a 2-run 8th for the Athletics, and they take it 5-4. So, checking the standings, they are the same way that they are when the day started, except one more day on the calendar is flipped. The Angels have that 1-game lead over the Athletics. Texas, they're just on the board because we have 3 slots there. 8.5 back with 2 teams in front of them. Really kind of dead and buried for 05. Still to come, he might look a bit out of place on a diamond, but Jeremy Roenick fired his first shot as a member of the Kings tonight. Glove save and a beauty. The Dodgers try to get on track. Pittsburgh is a pretty good place for some teams to do that. We'll talk about the Dodgers, plus the Lakers. More going to hoops. Tell you who's the latest player to catch the Lakers' eye. NBA basketball news coming up.
The SCSR is presented by the new high-endurance oils from Mobil, the oil that's changing oil.
It's Hyundai summer clearance, so save the dates to save big, like up to $4,000 cash back on select models. Days are flying by to save on models across the lot, like the V6 Hyundai Santa Fe. And don't forget, Hyundai's award-winning quality lets us offer America's best warranty. So circle the dates for up to $4,000 cash back. Don't miss this once-a-year opportunity at Hyundai. During Hyundai summer clearance, get up to $4,000 cash back at your Los Angeles area Hyundai dealers.
Good morning. Hi. Welcome to Bank of America. How can I help you?
We're new in town and we need a new checking account.
Sure.
In our last place, we had direct deposit and the checking was free.
We have that here too.
Oh, good.
Did yours include online banking?
Free.
Unlimited online bill pay?
Free.
And total security protection if your debit card is ever lost or stolen?
Free.
Welcome to your new bank. Let's get you started.
Great.
Bank of America. Higher standards.
Man, this thing is smunchy. Smunchy? Soft, melty, crunchy. It's smunchy.
I'm thinking Graffelti. Crunchy, soft, melty.
No, it's more about crunchy, chewy, cheesy. How about
Crunchy Wheezy.
I love you?
Awkward.
I love you.
Taco Bell's Cheesy Gordita Crunch. Warm flatbread covered in 3 melted cheeses, wrapped around a crunchy taco and topped with a zesty pepper jack sauce. For a textural taste sensation, think outside the bun.
Thanks for a wonderful evening.
It's my pleasure. Hey, is this your car?
Not on a first date. But, you want some coffee?
Oh, yeah.
The 265 horsepower Nissan Maxima.
I really feel that the team that the Kings are putting together and what Dave is putting together is going to be a team that's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And yeah, I can see they're trying to do a lot of good things in Anaheim also. Getting Niedermeyer is a big push for them. But I still think we're going to kick their ass, to tell you the truth.
Always stirring it up. You know, the headline of the Associated Press wire story said simply 5 words. Jeremy Roenick is going Hollywood. Fact is, in a sense, Roenick has been Hollywood his entire career. Now, though, he'll just play his home games on the ice in Southern California. So now we go back to that old question. Who shot JR? Tonight, our cameraman did, as Bill McDonald spoke with him at the Angels game.
First of all, JR, I thought the reaction was pretty good. You're deep in Duck territory right here, and a lot more cheers.
Well, you know what? I was preparing myself for the you know, the 20,000 boos, but it was a really good mix down here. I think, you know, that's what I like about Southern California is some people don't know whether to boo or cheer, so they do a little bit of both.
You threw down the smack hard yesterday in the press conference. That was kind of fun.
You know what? I didn't really jab anybody. I just wanted to try to create a rivalry. You know, the rivalries in hockey are really good, and there's nothing better than real two close cities to get a rivalry. Hey, I'll tell you, Anaheim is a great place to live. Newport, what a wonderful place to live, but that doesn't mean that we have to like them as foes with the Kings. It's going to be they have a great team down here. Burke has done an unbelievable job to get their team better, and so has Taylor. So we're going to have a good, fun year.
Hey, outside coming in, when you used to visit Southern California, but besides the fact that you used to love coming here, did you always sense that it was a pretty good hockey town?
You know, it's always been the favorites of the guys, you know, through the National Hockey League to come here because the people are great, the surroundings are great, and the hockey has improved as it's gone on. I mean, look, the Ducks went to the finals a few years back. I think LA definitely has a chance to improve their club this year. We're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
How much damage was done? How conscious of the fans do you have to be this year?
You have to be extremely conscious. We have to make sure we sign autographs, we play with the fans, throw pucks. We have to bring them in as much as we possibly can, and most importantly, we have to put a good product on the ice, and it's good to see that both teams here are doing that in Southern Cal.
All right, before I let you go, how good are the Kings going to be? What do you need? What are your strengths? What do maybe you need to add?
Yeah, we're going to be really good. We bring in, like I said earlier, we bring in Zygmunt Palffy. We signed one more solid defenseman. You watch the Kings are going to make some hay this year.
And about that first pitch, you threw some high cheese. You had a little velocity.
You know what? You know, Josh told me to go high glove. He wanted to get the split save, so I brought the little heat, and I went high glove on it. He made a pretty good stab at it. That was pretty cool.
Hockey fans, get ready. He's the real deal, Jeremy Roenick.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Both the Kings and the Ducks missed out on a golden opportunity to import an old fan favorite. Paul Kariya signed a deal today with the Nashville Predators of all teams. Kariya, now 30 years old, spent his first 9 seasons with Anaheim before signing with Colorado in 2003. All right, from hockey, we move on to basketball. Word today that the NBA will literally roll the dice and take the 2007 All-Star Game to Las Vegas. There has been talk for years that a pro franchise in some sport would make its way to the fast-growing city. This is the first time the NBA is bringing its big weekend to a city without a franchise at all. And anybody looking for gambling action will have to look elsewhere because casinos will not take bets on any All-Star related events.
For the week of the All-Star celebration, we are going to see a merger between the basketball capital of the world and the entertainment capital of the world, and it's going to be in the same place. It's going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada, and the NBA is very happy to be here to announce that. We're looking forward to what we're positive is going to be one of the best NBA All-Star celebrations of all time. Thank you very much for having us.
Well, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, so final score may be coming to a town near you soon. The Lakers looking at Derek Anderson. Anderson said to be considering the Lakers, Detroit, and Minnesota about the possibility of Derek starting for the Lakers. His agent says that's a big selling point. The Lakers are extremely intriguing. Anderson's averaged 13 points a game in 8 NBA seasons. Still to come, we head back out to the stadium where Billy Mack is working the clubhouse for interviews as we speak. Casey Kochman on his first ever home run. And we check in with the Dodgers, who had the long ball going again today against the Pirates. Stay there, more baseball coming up.
The SCSR is presented by Jack in the Box and Jack's new bacon and cheese ciabatta burger and original ciabatta burger. Experience ciabatta.
Don't search all over the internet to find the best deal. Just let your mouse lead you to Motel6.com and you'll save time and money. Piece of cake or piece of cheese.
Stop suffering through another hangover. If you want to feel 100% again fast, listen to this. A new effervescent formula has been developed that replenishes vital nutrients your body uses to process alcohol. It's called Morning Blast, and it's a completely natural, total recovery system with special ingredients that target hangover symptoms like headache, fatigue, and nausea. Just drop 2 Morning Blast tablets in a 6-ounce glass of water, and the effervescent formula goes to work immediately for fast, effective relief. Other hangover products use charcoal and must be taken in advance. With Morning Blast, just drop, drink, and go. And leave the charcoal for the barbecue. Morning Blast is only available in fine hotels, but right now you can order a limited supply. We're so confident in our product that we'll send you a free sample of our hangover recovery system. Just pay shipping and handling. Remember, you can recover fast with Morning Blast. Call now.
Cox Communications is a big part of our community.
I get calls from every long-distance phone company. They can't believe the deal I get with Cox Telephone. They just say thank you and hang up.
I depend on Cox Digital Telephone.
And I like that it's a local company.
I use Cox Telephone for local and long-distance service.
Hi, I just want to make a deposit.
You have your account number?
Right here.
Lean forward, please.
What is this?
It's our new customer tracking system. It has your account number and barcode. Speeds you right through the line.
Now what?
That line over there.
Feel like banks are getting a bit impersonal? Try Washington Mutual. We're building our bank around you because we never forget it's your money.
It's a holdup.
I hate it when these things don't scan.
Washington Mutual.
The Southern California Sports Report is presented by your local Hyundai dealers. Hyundai. Drive your way.
Welcome back early today. Dodgers in Pittsburgh, our Hyundai highlight of the night. Top one, they get it going early. Jeff Kent, scoreless game, scoreless no more.
Oh, what a perfect swing. Fastball inside part of the plate. Kept that chin right on his front shoulder. Released that perfect contact for a home run, number 21 for Jeff Kent.
1-0 Dodgers. That was off Josh Fogg. Tied it 1 in the 4th, but Almeida Sainz doing a little long ball of his own.
Oh, a little hanging breaker ball. You hang him, you bang him. 6 RBIs on the game for Almeida Sainz. Tremendous single-double and the dinger.
Derek Lowe, by the way, still had that thumb blister going, but Mark, telling sign that he was going well today.
Well, the good thing is sinker ballers generally have a problem there, and even in their middle finger, because they put so much pressure on the seam of a fastball. But again, he had a great ground ball pitch working all day. 11 ground ball outs for Derek Lowe, so he had it going all day long. He's taking a sting out of the bat. Tremendous, tremendous sinker for D-Lo.
And 3 straight ground balls in the 4th. Dodgers break it open in the 7th. Cesar Estera's little bouncer up the middle. Could have been snagged for a double play. Instead, threw for 2 runs. Makes it 7-3. The next hitter, Oscar Robles, he comes up. He will bounce, single up the middle as well. It seems like all the luck the Dodgers have been missing the last month or two, they found it all in this inning, Mark.
Finally, definitely, especially when you had to bring the infield up a lot at times, and all of a sudden just put the ball in play. Don't try to hit fly balls. Just hit ground balls. Good things happen. Made a sign, like we said, just crushing the ball all day for the Dodgers. Got a fastball over the middle part of the plate, drove that in for another RBI for him.
Yeah, choppers finding holes, soft liners finding gaps, signs, a base hit later. He had 3 on the day, and the Dodgers bang out 15 hits. Both teams make 3 errors. Dodgers, though, win it 12-6, the final score. Amado signs, 6 runs batted in. Derek Lowe wins for the second time in 12 road starts. Dodgers have won 14 of the last 15 with the Pirates. So now the question is, what did the Padres do? Dodgers came into the day 5 back to San Diego in the West. Padres taking on the Nationals. Woody Williams getting a little help from his knee. Nick Johnson, hard grounder. Khalil Green, man, strong young shortstop.
Oh, what an incredible range. Look, you see how be able to dive. That ball was all the way in the grass in the outfield. Still makes it strong through the first. One of the best young shortstops in all of baseball.
Top 9, 2 on. Score tied at 5. Robert Fick, the little blooper here. Mark Sweeney will come in to score. Padres go up 6-5. Padres win 6-5. So the Dodgers gain no ground, and here's how it shakes out as the calendar turns from August 5 to August 6. The Dodgers still 5 back. The Diamondbacks, though, fall to 2 back in the NL West. Dodgers 3 back to them. The Dodgers still 11 games under 500. Little tennis news for you. Next week event at the Home Depot Center took a big hit today. 2 local girls with major international status have pulled out of the tournament. Lindsay Davenport, currently ranked number 1 in the world, and Serena Williams, ranked number 4, both withdrawn from the tournament. Davenport has a lower back strain, and Serena nursing that ankle injury that's kept her out for a couple of weeks. Still coming up on the Southern California Sports Report, back out to the stadium. The Angels' Casey Kochman. It's a night he will remember forever. Talk to him about why. Bill McDonald standing by next.
The SCSR is presented by Connecta Federal Credit Union, turning members into fans. Join today. Visit us at connecta.org. Introducing a conventional oil that totally defies convention. New Mobile Clean 5000, the first oil enhanced with a high-endurance formula, the only one guaranteed to protect for 5,000 miles. Mobile Clean 5000, the oil that's changing oil.
Wiener Schnitzel just got cooler with Tasty Freeze soft serve treats. Right now, come in and get our new Major League Baseball helmet sundae. Topped with hot fudge, whipped cream, and a cherry. All served in a miniature Big League Baseball helmet. Collect all 30 of your favorite teams. And while you're at Wiener Schnitzel, hit one out of the park with our big all-beef stadium dog covered with your favorite toppings, just like at the ballpark. Now at Wiener Schnitzel, the new home of Tasty Freeze.
The whole notion of getting a website was just intimidating.
Who's going to design it? Who's going to host it?
And how much is it going to cost?
Introducing Website Solutions from Register.com. You can build your professional website and host it for as little as a month. Getting your business online has never been more affordable.
Register.com makes it easy. They helped us create our site, and they host it.
And it's costing us less per month than a double mocha.
Register.com. Website solutions start at under $5 a month.
Treat yourself to the best values of the year at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
The head-to-head preview on the SCSR is presented by the multifunctional element from Honda. Where will it take you?
Angels winners tonight, 5-4 over Tampa Bay. What jumps out at you, Goobs?
Well, the 3 home runs is what jumps out. I mean, the Angels ranked 12th in the American League as far as home runs. So every once in a while, they'll be able to get that long ball instead of always relying just on the small ball. Mike Socha likes to play. So hit the bombs and win.
A couple of guys with 2 hits, but a guy with 1 hit, very big one, is standing by with our Bill McDonald. Billy?
All right, guys, with Casey Kochman. Let's see the ball. Where is it? It's in my pocket. Let's get it out. First major league home run. I mean, everybody dreams about it with your, with your father in baseball. This is something you've been thinking about for a long, long time.
Not really. I mean, I just trying to, have good at bats, and whatever happens, happens.
Let me ask you a question. You really got off to a slow start this year. What was going on? I mean, really a dreadful start to start the season. What happened?
I have no idea. Just do the same thing I always do. Just try to compete when you get up to the plate. Unfortunately, like you said, it was slow.
But did you change anything then, or just keep the course, things you've been doing for all these years? Because you have heated up and hitting over 300 for the last couple of months.
I didn't really change a whole lot. Just fortunate. The hitting coach there, Epi, he didn't, really see a whole lot wrong. Just stay with it. Hopefully, you figure it out.
And I know you were thinking the same thing here because you were over since you got back here. Tell me about the home run, the pitch you saw. It turned out to be the game winner tonight.
It was a 2-0 fastball. I just tried to put a good swing on it.
Let me ask you an honest question here. Your name was thrown around again when the trade deadline came up. Happy that you stayed an Angel?
Sure. I mean, just anytime you can be around this group, it's a privilege, this clubhouse. Yeah, I'm glad I'm here.
I was going to say, just before I let you go, talk about the depth a little bit, because you're filling in for Ersty, a couple of other guys filling in. I mean, if guys are going down, other guys are stepping up, and you're one of them. I think you see that in that clubhouse, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same with everybody. You just, if and when you get a chance, you obviously want to try to help the club.
Cherish that home run. It's a big moment, trust me.
All right.
All right, Casey Kochman. He's a humble guy. He's a great ball player. Really appreciate it. All right, let's go back to you, Barry and Gooby.